Hello, I am Brandon, the humble host of Actual Play Broadcast. This will serve as an introduction to our broadcast for the time being. As we record and publish more, it shall change. We are still getting things set up, so apologies for any errors, skips, or silence that may occur. Everything will be smoothed out in due time. Please enjoy our broadcasts of various RPGs, and remember to tune in for more every week, as continuations or new adventures will be posted at such times. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
I hit the record button.
Awesome.
Grim darkness. All future, there is only Wah.
Thank you, Ryan,
It works now.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another episode of APB, Actual Play Broadcast. Today, we have Damiani running a game for us. Damiani, what are you running?
I am running a 30K Great Crusade era Wrath and Glory game because I hate myself.
Sounds about right.
Full disclosure to everyone listening, both I and all of the players have never played Wrath and Glory before. There will be a lot of clusterfucking. If we get something wrong, a tough shit, we'll learn next time, probably. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe.
If you're checking this out to see what you think of the system, we're going to be going through it for the first time too, so maybe you'll get a feeling for if it sounds too complicated for you. It's at a surface level, it's pretty simple. It's not basic functioning does not seem that hard. There are a lot of options though, which is it's a good combination that I like. We'll see how it actually plays, but yeah. Straightforward mechanics, but a lot of different fiddly options and customizations and stuff to a degree. Character customization seems a little, at first glance, kind of thin-ish. But when it comes to like action options and stuff, if you want to play combat in a 40K game and you don't like the FFG games, it seems like a decent option. We're gonna probably do a proper review after however long the series takes, but
yeah, this will be a shorter game than say Aldfair or Portland Shadows.
This is the first look take from me, anyways. This is what I'm kind of walking away with just from our few glances from making characters and stuff. Yeah. We are using not to take, GMC thunder from you, Damiani, but just so everybody's clear, we are accomplishing 30K rules by a homebrew options.
Well, so the only homebrew options that we technically really made were using chapter traits that I came up with for the legions that are represented here that aren't already represented in the books.
Yeah, we're not dramatically changing the game.
Everything else is as raw. Your armors are as raw. Oh, well, except for Lee's, which weirdly enough is not listed despite being in there, but we'll get into that with a review. As a pet peeve of mine, though, do not list something and then don't give me the options for it. I looked. Yeah. I Googled it. I did everything I could.
Somehow got overlooked.
Yeah.
Did everything right. And it still came to this.
So the players know, but for the viewers, we are starting in 30K. This is a Great Crusade era game, and the premise is as such. It is the era of the Emperor's Great Crusade. World after world, disjointed remnants of humanity's dark past are rediscovered and given a chance to rejoin the fold. For those that do not take up the Emperor's magnanimous offer, is his soldiers, veritable living weapons. These genetically tailored superhuman hulks ensure that such worlds are brought into compliance with the Emperor's doctrine and made to be productive members of society by any means necessary. Not all is well, however. Unbeknownst to even the general populace of the time, sedition breeds. Some worlds are just too different, too proud, too savage to remain under imperial compliance for long. By the mere act of rebelling, they threaten the entirety of the Great Crusade, and for that, there can be only one response. For this, it falls to the legions Astartes to ensure that one such world is broken of its traitor streak for good. The governor has led open rebellion, preaching the glory of his autochthonic gods, and has taken several years to gather the Marines to break this planet's back for good. They will know that our members are coming, and they will have prepared. But for them, there can be only death, only blood, only retribution. And to that, we have our 3 members of note. Ali, would you like to introduce your character?
I hope
Just
this
who are you playing, real quick?
team. I'm playing Tarek. He is a tech marine. And I am playing with the Sons of Horus faction, and I will leave the introduction of the company to Zemian.
And Zemian, who are you and your company?
So I am going to be playing Ephraim. He similar to Ali's character, also a Sons of Horus, formerly the Lunar Wolves. He is a member of the 113th, a subterranean assault group for the Sons of Horus, serving under a Captain Earth Insane. We pretty much look like your typical Sons of Horus. However, our right hands from the elbow to the fingertip are painted silver for reasons that may or may not come up. And Ephraim is, I guess, are we doing like full character descriptions, or are we going to wait till we're in game?
We can wait for more full character descriptions.
Okay.
Just giving a name, like
Short
who
overview.
you're playing as a whole.
Short overview, Ephraim, standard, your tactical space marine. For 30k terms, he's probably thematically a seeker, if you know what a seeker is. Pretty much, he shoots real good. He is a crack shot. He is very good at shooting.
All right. And for our final member, Brandon, would you like to tell us a little bit about who you're playing?
I am playing Harkin Van Sorkon, a world eater, the strong right arm of the Emperor. Very boisterous, very proud of where he comes from in his purpose, and very proud of being reunited with his Primarch, as well as serving under the Emperor for his greater glory.
All right.
And you have to remember, World Eater armor at this point is not red.
No, it is white and powder blue.
Yep.
Yeah. We're the Sons of Horus are, from what we've talked about in game prep, are also similarly just turned their sort of aqua blue. I'm not exactly sure what the exact name of the color is. I don't have the Citadel line memorized.
What trash player? Get out.
We are properly the Sons of Horus now. We are no longer the Lunar Wolves, as a from what I understand, a fairly recent where we are in the timeline.
Yes.
But those who meet Harkin first, they'll notice is that his bolt gun is immaculate, like it's never been used ever.
It probably scratches from him running into things.
But a world eater never uses pistol. That's strange. A mystery for the ages.
But otherwise, very, very like lighthearted, but like boisterous. I will attempt to be loud without being loud, so I apologize to the listeners.
All right. And with that, let us get into things. as it is, the legions have convened and come over the orbit of this world. You have learned that you will be assaulting a proto-hive city that is known to be the world's capital, both politically and culturally. There are 4 primary target zones, which coincidentally will be the one target for each of the legions involved. You have the main citadel, the capital building, as it were, remade to be in Gothic architecture and to withstand assault, which is why it is not as such an easy task to simply bomb it from orbit. This will be assigned to the Emperor's Children Legion for their precision and grace in close quarters. For the more culturally relevant spires of God, now I can't English. I apologize, everyone. Of the autochthonic religion that seems to have taken hold, will go to the Luna Wolves. Or not Luna Wolves, the Sons of Horus. Now you got me doing it wrong. And to the walls from which the traders will be expecting assault is given to the Death Guard, as well as a small contingent of Titan support. They're not going to be expected to go into the city, but they will be bringing attention out of it to ensure that the other legions can do their jobs. And for the final, most wild card legion, the World Eaters, there can only be one task: to fall upon the city in general and to slay all they can find. For this, we will be focusing on our Sons of Horus pair. You may find it a little odd, but given the sheer scale of the exercise, there's been a bit of redistribution among the legions. Companies are being mixed together, and people are from legion to legion are being traded across. For this, you two have been assigned a specific World Eater to join you in case close quarters becomes the dominant and primary way of fighting and across the spiraling grave towers. In will walk Tarek and Ephraim, ready to, I imagine, greet their World Eater companion who will be coming on their Thunderhawk to meet up. What would you like to do as you enter the docking bay?
I'd like Discord to cooperate with me. Just 5 seconds.
Damn, bro.
I feel it. I feel it.
Fine. I was going to try to do everybody a favor and put my character name in my Discord name so it would, and just... It kept trying to take me to my overall profile, not the server profile. All right. So we've been briefed that we're going to be working with other legions.
Yep.
And the World Eater is already there when we're approaching.
Additionally, you've been briefed that while you won't be, what you can expect to be fighting are psyker witches that seem to manipulate sound. As you go across the spiraling structures known as the Siren Hold.
Again, I take it we've already taken our oaths of moment as we're getting ready to deploy. Yeah, or is
You'll be
this-
deploying via drop pod, but you're meeting your third to be able to do that in tandem.
Okay.
It would be easier rather than multiple ships timing different entry velocity and trajectories.
Okay. Cool.
So for now, you are upon the flagship. God, I had it a minute ago. The Vengeful Spirit.
Got you. Isn't that a ship already in the setting?
Yeah, this Horus's ship. This is your Gloriana class battleship.
I thought we were going on a different ship. I didn't realize Horus is going to be here.
Oh yeah, your Primarchs
I feel
are here.
special.
This world has been out of Imperial compliance. The Emperor installed governor has rebelled. You are making a brutal example of these people. There is no quarter. There is no casualties. There is only death. Horus has taken it upon himself to set this example and thus asked his brothers to coordinate, which is why multiple legions are here.
I guess as we're making our way over to the ship, I will Ephraim probably isn't wearing his helmet at the moment. He probably wants to wait to the last minute to put his helmet on. Because that's how he is. So he's got his helmet tucked under his arm. So you can see he's got he has these dark brown eyes, but then he has this this like shock of white hair that is been cut short. And as he speaks, he has these sharp, prominent incisors. He is not as what the chapter would refer to as a son of Horus. The gene seed has not altered him to look like a miniature Horus. And he will turn to Tarek as he's walking. Well, I suppose we're going to have to put on a good show now that we're back with under Horus's gaze. First time in a while.
Yes, I suppose that is the case. It has been some years. Tarek responds to Ephraim. Tarek is actually wearing his helmet. He is as he is walking, speaking with Ephraim, and on the way to meet our World Eater companion. He's sitting there making final adjustments to his various servo arms weapons as they kind of clatter about both in front and behind him.
Oh, look,
he has
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He still has the full colors of being a Sons of Horus, except for his left arm is actually all red for his allegiance to the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Red arm, half silver arm. Nance collected colors. Give it time, it'll be a black shield too. Pat.
Oh God.
Yeah, so
I mean, it is the month multicolored.
Yeah. Ephraim glances ahead across the hangar, sees the World Eater, and speaks a little bit softer. Look, and there's the butcher. Right, well, let's show them how to properly fight. Maybe I'll learn something on this little endeavor.
Indeed. I wonder what the machine spirits of him.
Harkin will see them approaching. Ah, Battle Brothers!
Yes.
Greetings.
He turns to greet all of you. He has arms wide open, immaculate pistol hanging off his hip, Meanwhile, to his side is a power axe. He is bald, but you think he might have like dreads going, and you find out that that's not hair; those are wires.
That's an aesthetic choice. I dig it. Not helping the barbarian image.
No, it's not supposed to.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Are the two of
What's
you?
your name, brother?
Call me Harkin. Are the two of you ready for glorious combat?
Always ready to serve the Emperor.
Yes. This will be my first time on the front lines in the last century.
They've been keeping me cooped up with training and getting used to how Angon wants to do things. He has good head on his shoulders. Quite the experience.
Certainly. As long as he listens to the War Master's plans, everything should go smoothly. By that same token, I hope you are not like some of your other brothers and go charging off at the first sign of a fight.
Well, typically when I'm fighting, I'm with my other brothers, and that's the plan of action. So, to be fair, I don't know of another way to fight.
Just don't go too far that we can't continue to support you. That's all I'm saying.
Don't chase down heretics immediately. Understood.
We can chase down the heretics when the ones that are fighting are dead.
He just nods. Yes. Ones we are fighting are dead.
We probably shouldn't be calling them heretics. This is kind of before.
No, in this case, they're traitors.
They're traitors.
Yeah,
See, I was trying to avoid traitors
In this
for the
case, they're
same reason.
traitors. Otherwise,
Yeah,
they're Xenos or savages or whatever you wish
We
to
could
call
even
them.
call them
Quick
rebels. too.
Warhammer history aside, the cult that becomes the ecclesiarchy is only now like in its first swings in small pockets that are literally cults.
Yeah,
and they
and
are
they're
highly
generally-
illegal.
Yeah, they are generally frowned upon and summarily removed.
Yeah.
I guess it's fair to say we can call them rebels instead of heretics.
Rebels,
Yeah, they're
traitors, all that fun stuff. Just it's not
Yeah.
religiously charged words. Even though I know it might be a little challenging because 40K goes to great effort to ingrain some of those battle cries.
For
Yeah.
the listeners that know nothing about 40K, I'm sorry, but thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Nobody who
If you
knows
don't know
something
anything about 40K, I'm sorry, but this is not the right podcast. We're not going to stop and explain all of the 5,000 pages of lore. You just got to trust us on this.
Like 5,000 pages of lore just for 30K. We haven't even gotten to the 40th millennium.
Now we will do our best to like just kind of, if something is niche, we'll explain it or elaborate or what have you. But what a Primarch is, what a Space Marine is, there's a lot of resources at your hands.
Yes.
I will say I currently have a leather cozy that my sister-in-law fucking laser etched blood for the blood god onto.
Nice.
I'm currently
And you're currently not blooding for the blood god.
I'm blooding for the emperor.
Exactly.
It's kosher blood.
Blood for the emperor, skulls for the golden throne.
Indeed. The line of heresy is great in this one.
But no. Once you three have become acquainted. Oh my god. Why am I stupid?
I'll buy you a second because I don't think we told him our names.
Oh yeah, go for it while I think of words.
I'm Ephraim. This is Tarek. We're part of the 113th.
Honor to meet you. Yeah,
Yes.
I get passed around between different groups. I kind of just go wherever they need something that can cut through armor.
Yes, well, I understand how you world eaters like to fight, so I'll just give you a heads up. Don't stand directly in front of me. I won't shoot you on purpose. So long as you aren't being nonsensical in your tactics. I can't even give you support when you're in the thick of it. I may have been away from the front, but my skills are as sharp as they've ever been.
Well, all I ask is that if you do shoot me, avoid the face. It's where I make my money.
Yes, I'm sure all the traders you get to see just swoon at the sight of you.
Before they die.
Right.
I have 3 int.
Yeah, with that, the Vox system will come online, alerting everyone to ready for battle. You all would be aware of the drop pods that you are assigned to.
Fantastic.
I will get my helmet on and I will make my way.
Yep. Same.
As you
I'll begrudgingly put on the helmet.
As you guys make your way to the drop pods, you'll see a wide variety of colors along the way. You see the purples of the Emperor's Children, along with the dark hues of the Sons of Horus, whites and blues contrasting with the few World Eaters that appear to be on this ship, even with the Legion networking, there seems to be few, and well, you don't spot really any green of the Death Guard. Evidently, with their duties, they have deemed it better to still go it somewhat alone. Such is the wisdom of their Primarch Mortarion.
I'll take that as a good sign. Always a dreadful bunch to be around.
They're always so moody. None of them would enjoy a good laugh.
Very somber folk.
Yeah, you haven't had a good laugh until you've shared a drink with Captain Togan.
Oh?
That's a man who knows how to tell a story.
Oh.
Ah,
I cry a little inside.
That great man.
Beautiful bastard.
It's okay. You might see him around.
Don't give me hope.
Can I change my fate?
As you arrive to your drop pods, you'll find them marked, your name specifically above the doorways that lead to them. Inside, as I assume all of you just enter your drop pods without being moody bitches.
No.
No?
Peric does what a tech priest does and prays to the machine spirit of the drop pod before entering.
Yes, we'll pretend to not notice the praying for what it is.
Oh, I mean, I imagine there's actually like a bit of that like disjointedness.
Oh,
After all, the Admech are the only ones who are allowed to have religion. It's quite suspicious, if you ask me. Yeah. Why don't you roll me a tech skill? You can be our sacrifice.
No. This is the tutorial level, so it's going to teach you how to do a skill roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Press A to jump. Jump.
You can roll a skill by rolling your attribute plus the skill rating. Roll tech. Roll your intelligence plus your tech for a total number of X dice.
I'm also trying to remember, do I get anything special for being a tech priest?
Yeah, you have Adeptus Mechanicus implants. They don't do anything right now, but you have those.
I have a mind
outside of any talents or abilities that you've written down, it's just you're going to be your intelligence plus tech.
Yeah, a mind impulse unit might actually do something here.
I have 3 dice for that.
Is I can converse with machine spirits as an action. This may require tech in for unruly spirits. If you succeed, I gain double my rank bonus dice to all tests to operate the machine.
This is not an unruly spirit. You're not subduing it. You're simply paying it homage.
Right. Okay. Okay. So not a problem. Give me, where is the dice spot?
Not to mention, Ephraim's backpack is a bit bigger than the standard pack for an Astartes. Try to mention that because I have the ammo backpack item.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So I get hella ammo.
All the ammo.
Okay. I guess it's just only 10 for right now.
Mm-hmm.
3 exalted, 2 normal icons, and a complication with the wrath die. Whatever that.
You got a complication already. Our first roll, and you're making me do shit.
It's the tutorial complication.
Man, you made me roll with no idea of how the roll works.
Break your leg. Not kidding.
It's like that the tutorial purposely damages you to teach you how to heal yourself.
Well, the good thing I have the Medicam, right? So I can actually heal you all when you all take damage. You world eater.
All right. Let me pull that up real quick. Because they do have wrath complications. Because what makes Wrath and Glory part of an interesting system is the Wrath die. It's the last die you roll, or separate, I suppose. That on a 6 does fun critical things, and on a 1 does fun or unfun critical things. Jesus Christ! Here we go. You know what? Why don't I have you take a point of shit? What was it called?
Did you know Astartes can have
Shock.
mildly acidic spit?
Yeah, because they have weird things. They also eat people's brains and gain their memories.
Yeah. Just giving like loading screen tips.
Yeah. For your complication, you will simply take a point of shock, as this is a little bit more stressful going to the front lines and praying to a machine spirit built for a war that you will be in rather than sending other people on.
Yes, it's been 100 years since I've been on the front line. It's a little different with this prayer.
Yeah, and from that you're like, oh shit, did I get it right? Fuck. God damn it.
It's like, yes, I had the momentary thought of, this has been a while since I've prayed.
And in addition, your comrades are just staring at you as you do it. It's like trying to pee while watched. It's a little uncomfortable.
Where do I keep track of my...
Shock should be right next to wounds on the right side of your first page of the sheet.
Okay, so I have a max of 8, so I can do... So I just will do that.
I'll
just put a 1 there for now.
But with 8 total icons and successes, you well more than succeed at this. And it seems the machine spirit responds positively. I take it everyone enters their drop pods then?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You will be greeted with data slates wired into the machines, giving you additional information, current weather conditions, estimated trajectories, a countdown to launch. Eric, your data screens are a little bit brighter and display more technical information. Perhaps it is the machine spirit thanking you for its veneration, or perhaps because you are a tech priest going on the front lines, it deems you are more needing this more technical data.
I will gladly view this data.
More specifically, while everyone gets weather conditions, good, not toxic, what have you, you get precise like wind mileage, the cosine of the angle of trajectory and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And after several moments of silence, the countdown begins and the klaxon call of battle. And moments later, the jolt as you are launched from the vengeful spirits down to the planet below. You can see on the screens your calculated path. You will be landing along the edges of one of the spiraling tomb temples that this planet seems to hold. In an odd way, they seem almost like deep ocean smokestacks, irregular and jutting far into the sky. You can estimate that there's going to be a great many stairwells ahead of you, up or down, as the mission requires. But as the battles begin to wage on the edge of the city, the Death Guard going into attack, and the bright flashes of plasma from Titans shows as you get closer. Nothing targets you. Nothing impedes your progress. And Tarek,
Mm-hmm.
while the others, all of their data relates to getting to the ground, you will find a bit more information, something above you. Entering into orbit just as you are hitting atmosphere.
Mm.
It is one galleon of war, an Ordo Reductor ship. The Mechanicus has come to, at the very least, witness this unfolding. While you're not able to get the exact designation before atmosphere hits and obscures any vids that you get from the sensors outside,
Mm-hmm.
it's a bit comforting to know that both of your progenitors are here to witness your glory. And seconds later, with a crash, you have plowed into the side of one of the spiraling structures, wedging yourselves deep into the core of it. And your pods will open up, pushing aside stone and metal to ensure that you all come out into, well, different portions of a tilted hallway that seems to be spiraling up along this portion of the structure.
Yeah, fucking throw off the latches, move, brothers, and I will start pushing the World Eater out the door. As I, shoulder, well, not really shoulder, but raise the bolter and be like aiming around his arm.
Yeah.
Start moving.
You machine for our safe arrival. Eric will follow behind the other two. One of his servo arms, which looks like a giant claw, reaches behind him, pulls at what looked like a antenna rod sticking out, and draws a very long hafted axe out for Tarek to grab as he walks out of the drop pod.
Ah, naturally. That's no antenna rod. That's an axe.
We're inside a structure, right?
Yes. You are in the core of one of the spires of the Siren Hold. Your goal is to make it to the center and subdue the witches that lie in wait there.
And outside this structure, you mentioned it was like this was a tower coming up out of the sea?
There's no. I say the shape of the tower is reminiscent of like deep sea smokestacks.
Oh, okay. I misheard that. I thought you were saying they were coming out of the sea.
This is an entire district. There's many towers, which is why you're not exactly present with a ton of Luna wolves. They've been spread out among all of the Siren Hold to ensure that there's no escape for the traders within.
So do we have any like scans or anything to go by for navigating, or are we flying blind, so to speak?
You're flying blind, so to speak. You have your estimated position in the current spire, and you have where the vengeful spirit believed is the primary objective down at the bottom. But otherwise, you're not told or able to know what the exact layout is like, nor what the positions of the enemies may be.
Right, let's find this core. Keep an eye out, I guess, for any sort of terminals or anything.
Okay. Over the Vox, brothers. Make sure Harkin does not randomly rage into a data slate or terminal.
Yes, don't smash anything up here. Tarek could do what he does with.
I will do my best.
Well, make a good show of it then. Your Primarch is watching, and so is the War Master. All right. I guess so long as Harkin is fine to move forward, I'm going to stay in the middle.
Okay. What are your exact positions? It sounds like Harkin is taking the front, Ephraim is taking the middle, and Tarek is taking the rear.
Yeah, like I want to be more flanking Harkin, so I'm not like directly behind him. So if there is like contact front, I can immediately start shooting while he's charging.
Yeah. These aren't exactly tight hallways. Given the presumed nature of them as temple structures, they are somewhat wide and grandiose. If you all wanted, you could walk easily shoulder to shoulder, even with your immense size, and still have some room.
Eric will be a few meters behind. Behind Ephraim if he's taking the middle. That way he's not too close for any unfortunate grenades to take everything.
Yeah, so it sounds like you guys are practicing spacing, and Ephraim is taking up a sort of flank to essentially form a triangle with the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it is a long and almost torturous walk. There's not much in the way outside of incredibly religious depictions every once in a while, murals carved into the walls themselves of some sort of serpentine entity that reaches out from above and touches, you presume, worshippers of this thing. Given the Emperor's feelings about religion, do you take a closer look or do you decide to pay it no mind?
Pay it no mind.
I think Ephraim would give it a brief glance just to see if there's anything that may tip off any indication into how these people think, as far as like how they would potentially change their combat doctrine in any way.
It doesn't seem to be give any insight into like current culture, but why don't you make me an insight check?
Okay, great. I have so many dice with it.
Yeah. Or scholar. I will accept scholar as well.
That's hilarious.
Hey, man, I give you options.
Oh, hey, you know what? That is more dice, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a complication.
Can you guys stop complicating?
No.
No.
Stop asking
No,
for
we
it.
cannot.
Just give me what I want.
Well, okay. You got no icons at all. Cool.
Correct.
Neat. Give me one moment. I didn't expect to just whip this out this soon, but that's my fault. Corruption.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Hey guys,
Ephraim,
remember that
no.
Come on,
time
you know
Morgan had to
what
kill
the
a fellow
setting
son of
is.
Horus?
Ephraim, no. No. Don't fall
Good,
for the
I'm
snake
hungry.
lady. Don't fall for the scales, Ephraim. Snake mommy is not good for you.
I don't know, dude.
We all know that Damian prefers spider mommies.
Oh my god.
Where's the lie, though?
You know what? You're right. That is entirely true.
My fellow Monster Musume Chads, Rackney is based.
I'm sorry.
I am not taking feedback.
I'm not taking feedback at this time.
I'm just telling you you're wrong. That's feedback. This is a declaration of war.
Yes.
All right. I would like you to roll your conviction trait against DN3. Let me double check on what is appropriate here. I'm so glad I have a cheat sheet that I looked up. 3 standard. Then we'll do routine. 1. I'm not making this super hard.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck people right out the gate.
Make sure I'm actually selecting the right bot. Having multiple bots that use just roll as a command is wild.
Yeah.
Well, I have 3 dice for convictions. Here we go.
I'm glad I didn't make it 3.
2 icons.
difficulty.
Let's go.
Okay, so you have not failed it, and you didn't crit fail it either. God. All right. You're good. You're good for now. As no malignant influence takes hold, despite you looking upon this series of murals. What you do not glean from it is because you get nothing. Fuck, man. Can you roll better?
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
This apparently is just a mismatch. It's probably telling a story of some sort, if you had to guess. With how many worlds you brought into compliance, religion is not super uncommon, and these kinds of things typically tell stories. What it's trying to get at, you don't know. You just know that like this serpent-shaped figure is very prominent in all of them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. Gonna kind of think of like back home very briefly, and then just as per usual over the Vox, just keep moving and be like, yes, they seem to have some kind of religion. Be wary of fanatics, just in case. Who knows how far they'll be willing to go.
Another cult to snuff out.
At the end of the day, they're traitors. They just might be zealous traitors, so be mindful. Many of them could be expected to take themselves out in an attempt of taking us out rather than surrender or see the Emperor's truth.
Acknowledged.
All right. And you all continue? No one else decides to try to glean insights?
No.
I don't think after hearing a corruption roll coming up.
Well, Harkin knows his job. He's a hammer.
Yeah. And you haven't found any nails yet.
You know what? For funsies, let's do it. Let's have Tarek take a look at these things.
All right. Give me a scholar or insight check. Your choice. I think I know which choice it is.
Scholar, because I actually have more dice than that one.
It's really funny making Space Marines roll insight because they tend to have shit fellowship.
Yeah,
Wait.
except I have 5 dice to it.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's good human, but that's low on the like Space Marine grand scale.
Yes. I have more scholar, and I got 3 icons.
Okay, you got 3 icons.
No complications.
So you can glean without any complications and thus risking a corruption test. You can glean impassively that this is. Once you start seeing like 3, then 4, then 5, you notice that this seems kind of like a sort of parts of a creation myth. That these people were just savages living in squalor and huts and whatnot, and then this giant snake thing from the sky visited them in some way and gave them the gift of music. What that really means, like, it's not art. It's simply like you find depictions of later pieces seem to have people with hands in front of their mouths, and then the depiction of noise coming out. Like, you'd think that it's music. Like, this entity gave them words or the ability to like do art or communicate. It's a little harder to tell.
Like speech or some sort of calling.
Well, you seem to see depictions of like them talking to each other in earlier ones. So they seem to have like speech before whatever this entity gifted them something more. Which is why music comes to mind. Like, because they all seem to be joyful and a bit more rapturous once this gift is imparted to them.
Oh, interesting. Okay. No comments will be made as after he examines these things.
Does he decide to share with the rest of the class, or does he keep the information to himself?
There are no comments made from what he understands or what he gleans in his kind of understanding of scholarly stuff.
Okay. And this is just bog standard bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you all continue on, and after another what mere mortals may find excruciating amount of time of coming down this spiral, you level out a bit. You don't think you're at the bottom. Your sensors don't seem to indicate that the amount of footage that you've dropped, how many meters you've gone, would bring you to even ground level. But you have leveled out for a bit, and before you is a widening. Perhaps this is some sort of rest area. There's a few pieces of furniture scattered about. You see a fountain on the left side towards the inside of the structure, and chairs. Perhaps, given the grandiose scale of this is more of a communal meeting place. It could easily also just be a place where sermons are held. It's, again, with how many worlds you visit, you start to pay little mind and care to these things. The distinction matters not.
Just do another glance over before attempting to cross the room, trying to look for any, hiding holes, anything like that.
Sure. You want to make me an awareness test?
Sure. Ephraim's been through some shit. He's gonna fucking.
I'll roll an awareness as well.
Absolutely. If you want to roll awareness, you can roll awareness.
2 icons.
Let's roll. Let's all roll an awareness test here, people. But you never know; they could be behind us.
All right.
It's a waste of a bunch of sixes.
Wow, that was a lot of sixes. Well, don't worry about it and give me a moment.
I didn't roll any complications, but I have 3 normal icons.
Yeah. Exalted icons just mean you can do things to push for like extra damage and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember offhand what you can shift icons for in like not combat roles offhand. I'd have to consult the cheat sheet.
I'll take a look at that while you're giving us a description of what we see.
Really quickly going to. Okay, so I'm rolling that.
Real quick, while you're doing that, so shifts that you can do for when you pass tests, you can convert shifts to speed, complete the task faster, quality, improve the results of the test, information, get additional information, and then extra damage if this was for combat, and then glory, gain glory 1 per test.
Okay. Say, Brandon.
Yes.
You have one success that you can shift. Would you like to?
I would.
Okay, what would you like out of that extra success? As this is an ambush spot. This feels like an ambush spot. The way that some of the furniture is set up, this is an ambush spot. You're about to be ambushed.
Where would the heaviest hitters be? More information.
Given the layout of everything, you don't expect particularly heavy hitters. Nothing about here is big enough to hold anything like your size. But you've been in enough battles with enough mortals. You could see that there's easily 6 or 7 spots that are conveniently set up, spaced for someone to hide, a normal person to hide behind, to then open fire once somebody's come in.
Harkin will stop and put his axe out.
You got those 6s saved you, bro.
Pointing where?
I will point to. I don't know if we can whisper with the suits. Do we have like an internal communication?
Yeah,
we have an internal
That's what makes Space Marines really fucking intimidating. They'll have whole conversations and they just look like they're staring at you.
Okay,
Yeah, if you're close enough to them, you can actually hear a very subtle clicking of the Vox turning on and completely filtering out the sound that they're making, so people outside can't hear the conversation.
good. Okay, so
If you're
yeah,
close enough, you can hear that very subtle sound.
over the Vox, this is an ambush. There and there are likely where a portion of them are set up. I don't know how many, but this is set up
And
for
once
an
again,
ambush.
where is there and there?
As he points out, you'll see essentially on the wings of the room, there's a few. You wouldn't even really call them barricades. They're set up well enough that you wouldn't have suspected. In fact, you didn't until he pointed them out as cover by the fountain. And then on the opposite side of the room, there's a few spots where upturned pieces of furniture have been made into similarly impromptu cover. They're far enough away from each other that like a simple grenade wouldn't be able to take out more than one or two people, but
Okay.
they're wanting to get it's your experience in war. This is people who know well enough to try to set up a crossfire.
You said it would these barriers or barricades, quote unquote, are made out of wood.
Yeah. It's wood and some metal. It's not even plasteel. Nothing that would even hinder your bolter fire.
I am. So my question for you, because they do not cover this in Cold Shot. If I were, because I know how big a human is, and seeing the cover, I can imagine whether they have to crouch or stand. So I can probably guess, especially with the bolter round, where their chest vaguely is. Could I Cold Shot for something like the chest?
You wouldn't be able to cold shot specific parts. I would allow you to cold shot person behind the cover. In this case, the only reason I say no is because you haven't seen their exact positions. If someone's, crouching a little harder or turns a different direction, that would throw off your shot.
Well, the best penalty for that would be the one, because that's the closest to that is medium, which is armor leg. But considering I can't see exactly where they are, I guess, unless you want to do a higher DN. But the higher the DN, the extra damage dice I get.
Yeah. Let me pull the combat.
Well, I should say the higher the DN penalty.
Yeah.
So I guess if you want to say it's harder, I would get extra damage dice technically.
I'll say it's a little harder. I'll say it's 2DN.
Okay.
Like you're experienced enough. You can guesstimate based on your tactical sense, like where a person would be.
Yeah, I'll say over the Vox, picking my target, and I'll call out one of the ones hiding behind the cover. I'm gonna blow through it. Pick your target, Harkin. Same for you, Tarek.
I will pick out the. I'll pick out the closest target realistically. So I think that's the one hiding behind the fountain.
Yeah, you could pick out like someone more towards the center.
Yeah.
You expect. They'll be about equidistant. So, do you want left or right?
Right.
Okay.
I guess the question is, in terms of distance, are they would be short, medium, or long? Short or medium range?
This might be close considering the size of the room.
It's a pretty grandiose room. Like you can see this but it'll still be short. You'll still get a +1 to the task from distance.
Cool.
Oh, I will choose.
Because that's what short parts.
So there's a barricade left, barricade right, and then a fountain in the middle.
Well, there's multiple, like, again, you wouldn't have figured it out based on your awareness without it being pointed out, but now you can see like it's more of a series of barricades.
Okay.
Instead of like one particularly long, obvious one, there's a few that just kind of looks like upturned furniture that was maybe moved in a hurry or just placed awkwardly.
Oh, okay. Because
Like they did fairly well to cover their tracks.
okay, because I have with some of the implants that I have, if my memory serves right, I have the ability to multi-target with both weapons.
Mm.
So it's like I could choose to target both left and right. With one weapon going one way, the other going the other.
That would be multi-attack, right?
I believe that is the case.
Okay. Roll once, +2 difficulty number for each plus target. So how many would you want to try to target?
I'm choosing one target on the left and one target on the right.
Okay. And just to confirm, Zemian, the target you're making, left or right? Like who are you going after since you're coordinating with
Yes.
everybody?
I guess the one on the right that's behind cover. Behind the wood.
Well, they're all behind cover, but okay. Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Okay.
I guess I'll have the.
So you guys are essentially going to try to wipe out the right side, and then you can push left.
Something of that nature, I guess.
You said short range gave a bonus to hit.
Yes. I believe
Is that
short
plus
range gives
one?
you 1 die bonus.
I remember seeing that. I can't remember where I saw it. So I'm mathing out each part of the rolls here.
Yeah. Let me double check that. I briefly saw it in the book, which is why I think that. But one moment. Just gotta note down the page I'm on because I'm using it for stuff.
Trying to remember
And
where I
then
found this one thing I have. Some
short range.
Wrath and Glory.
Short range 184 and 207. 184. It's probably not 1843.
Also, when you get a chance, well, actually, don't worry about it.
Yeah, if your target is short range, you get a +1 bonus die at your ballistic skill agility test. What were you gonna ask?
No, I'm just trying to find the thing.
Oh no, Zemian had something.
I'm not sure if this is the kind of system where you're allowed to tell us DN or whatever, but I do have a thing that will be modifying that for me.
Oh, we're learning this together.
As long as you know,
I believe in combat, you just test a hit, and if you get any successes, I have things like cover that would generally affect things. But this is light enough cover. They were not expecting specifically fucking Space Marines to come in. You know, if they were fighting even like Solar Auxilia, that would matter. But bolter rounds or soda cans that explode. So,
well, I hope they don't mind plasma because that's what Tarek has.
Yeah, plasma also does not give a fuck about your wood.
So one of my attacks in this multi-attack is not going to suffer any difficulty dice.
Okay.
Because
of implants.
Because of implants, one of my weapons actually says if I'm doing something as a part of a multi-attack, this weapon reduces that by 2 difficulty dice.
Yeah. So normally this would be cover that would confer like a +1 or 2 to resilience, but your bolters will easily negate that just by virtue of being bolters of Astartes grade.
Okay. So I have a plasma going left, my last Fusilier going right. Last Fusilier. Yay! This is short range? Oh no. What does the assault do? What does the assault characteristic do for weapon?
-8 on dice number modifiers. Okay, well, you just negate the penalty to firing at somebody you are guesstimating where they are because you're just that fucking good.
Ephraim is
So
a fucking seeker of the highest degree.
yeah, so also go for that. Meanwhile, the person who has the more complicated thing, you're charging, right?
I'm charging.
Because who uses a pussy bolt gun when they can chop a man in half?
I have a fucking power axe.
Yeah, so luckily charge is a specified option that is a full round essentially.
Yep.
You move at twice your speed, up to twice your speed in meters, minimum 4. You easily pass that, and you'll get 1 extra die to your melee attack.
Yep. Now, does the charge include an attack with that melee?
Yeah, obviously.
Excellent.
And if it didn't, I would think it was stupid. I'll double check just to make sure I'm not like out logicking the game, but I'm pretty sure that that is.
And then I'm going to ask you another question.
Yeah, go for it.
So I have a knife and a power axe. How do I multi-melee?
So you can multi-attack, and that is a separate action though.
Okay.
So if you're charging, you're essentially spending your turn getting over and chopping a man in half with whichever weapon you want. And in future turns, if they aren't already dead, you can then start rapid firing with your arms.
Yeah, well, the reason I ask...
those sick guns attached to your shoulders.
Yeah, the reason I ask is Incarnate Violence. After making a charge move, a warrior may ignore up to plus rank DN of penalties to melee multi-attacks. He makes that turn.
Okay, double checking that then.
Our world leader just charges into
melee multi-attacks made that turn. Uno momento, por favor. I need to I do things, guys.
It also does not help the fact that the way a lot of the things are described and laid out in many of the different books are not consistent.
You just make a melee attack test at +1 bonus dice. So I guess I might have interpreted that as you can still multi-attack because that is a type of melee attack.
If that's not the case, and it's just
if that's not the case, I will rewrite that with you here in a moment.
I am perfectly fine with rank. I can negate rank DN the penalties for my attack, for my melee attack. Perfectly fine if that's what's going on.
But you cannot shift as part of a multi-attack to play similar to multi-actions that additional attack. Yeah, let's shift that to what you said.
Okay, sounds good. Makes my life easy.
Just because I wasn't thinking, I think I was looking at all the rules and I might have brain farted and not been thinking about the time that like charging takes in the movement part. Because I mean, you got to take like several seconds to scream at the man and then move. But no, so let's settle these one at a time as our players have rolled. It looks like Zemian, you have rolled 5 normal icons. You definitely hit.
Attacks.
Yeah, so fucking character sheet. So that's base 10 damage, and then I have 7 extra damage between called shot, dead shot, and rapid fire from the bolter because we're in short range. So I need to roll 7 dice, I guess, and that will determine how much extra damage I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe.
That'll be 5 with 2 exalts.
Okay.
Haste.
So is that a crit? Is that how that works?
How do you?
No, your wrath die determines crit.
Oh right.
If you roll a 6 on the wrath die, you crit.
What do I do with the exalted dice? Or the exalted icons?
I believe extra damage dice. When you cause a damage with an attack, you might roll extra damage dice, abbreviated as ED. As circumstances, abilities, reward, action, blah, 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 blah. When you roll any ED you have is added to the total icons, including exalted icons, to your total damage. Sounds like you don't do anything with exalted in this.
Oh, that's right. Well, brutal keyword for the bolter. So
yeah. Oh, right. That interacts with them.
So results of 1 and 2 inflict 0 damage. So 3s and 4s are 1s, 5s and 6s are 2. So there's 1 4, so that's 1
and a 3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 extra damage.
Okay.
On top of the 10.
Neat. So that's 16 damage. Let me see, just double check and make sure this man is actually phased.
By the way, his cover gives him, if it's like just regular wood, it's 1 extra resilience. If it's thick wood, it's 2 extra resilience.
Yeah, it normally would, but partly because this is not the tutorial fight TM, I am giving him bypassing that with under the logic that you have bolters. They are specifically made to bypass this kind of shit. Okay. The whole point is they penetrate and then explode. So it is delivering its payload once it passes the wood. I need to. Oh no, that man is very dead. It doesn't even matter, like rolling resilience.
Mathematically impossible to survive.
The man has 5 wounds. I want you to understand. You did 15 damage to a man with 5 wounds.
No, 16 damage?
16 damage to a man with 5 wounds.
Interesting.
So you fire your very well placed shot, guesstimating where a man is, and he promptly fucking just explodes on the other side. You see a red mist.
Perfect.
And hear a thump as a part of him just kind of slips out from the cover because it no longer can support itself without a nervous system working.
Scratch one.
I get a shot?
Scratch one.
Yeah, you will. I'm just handling these one at a time.
That's fair. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to have rolled at any point.
You may now. I'm moving on to you because logically, the man who's multi-attacking and making the calculations for that, you will be suffering the the 2 dice penalty, or not 2 dice penalty, but the 2 difficulty number penalty. So you'll need 3 to succeed.
I ignore that. With the last Fusilier that is targeting the right side, and the augmentation I have ignores 2 difficulty dice for anything I do as a part of a multi-attack.
Okay, but this isn't the multi-attack. This is the us guesstimating their position without having actually seen where they are in their cover.
I'm also shooting at the left with my plasma pistol.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just letting you know.
So how is this not a multi-attack if I'm doing both?
Yeah, it is multi-attack. I'm just saying that in addition to the multi-attack penalty that you partly negate for one of them, you are also getting a 2 dice or 2 difficulty number penalty for the specific action. You are firing at people you have not seen yet. You are not aware of their specific positions. And thus it makes it a little harder to target them accurately. This is a conditional modifier, essentially.
So I need to get over 3 hits?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't think I have anything else that actually gives me bonuses to hit. At least not that I remember. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So blam, I'm rolling 10 to shoot someone with the last Fusilier. Apparently that didn't work. Sadness.
Well, I mean, you still fire.
I got a glory on my wrath die. Got one.
Yeah, you got a glory. No, glory is good.
Right. I also have 1 because of rapid fire and assault, I have
Oh, I
one
see.
extra
Couldn't
damage
resolve
die.
command.
Yeah.
You get one extra. You'll get +1 ED.
Yeah, I get 1+1 ED.
Okay. So we have 5 total icons. You got a glory on the wrath die, so this is in fact a critical hit.
God, I wish that was me. I know I killed the guy anyways, but oh my god, that would have just been.
You wish you had that roll.
Yeah.
So that's effectively a 13 damage with a minus AP2.
Well, so you roll the extra dice, the ED that you'll get to see how much extra damage you do.
Oh, okay. So that's how that works.
Yeah. So if you have, for every extra success past the difficulty, you succeed. You can either shift an exalted icon, to do additional effects, which is usually which is +1 ED, usually for like combat, and then you'll roll the ED of the weapon with whatever you got from exalted icons, and going over, and roll that for extra damage.
Okay, so I roll 2 more dice as extra damage.
Yeah. I mean, I can see how this doesn't make for the most smooth combat, but it seems very interesting.
Yeah, I got a complication and a normal icon. I'm not sure what this.
In fairness, that doesn't really matter this time around. From what I understand, glory and complications don't matter when you're doing ED.
Okay,
so you just got +1 damage to your thing. So it's whatever your damage is +1.
So now it's 13 damage with a minus AP2.
Okay.
Hey.
And minus AP2 is, I assume, it just shrugs their resilience down by 2.
Believe that's how AP works. That is a valid question. Weapon trait doesn't tell us what EP.
I scrolled away to look at frenzied.
AP,
Extra damage, armor protection. How well a weapon penetrates armor and personal protection. When a weapon with AP hits, the AP is subtracted from the target's total resilience.
Okay, so it doesn't care if it's specifically from armor, it will penetrate. Okay.
Yeah, and then it only, unless of course something is invulnerable.
Okay, one moment. Cool. So that's they're dead. They do not have the resilience to be able to shrug off enough damage to not fucking die to plasma. That was the plasma, right?
No, this is a Las Fusilier.
Oh, the las cannon. Yeah, no, it bores a hole.
Las cannon.
Yeah, it bores a hole through the wood and the person behind it.
It leaves a very smoking ozone and cooked bacon and iron. Should I roll now for the plasma going to the left barricade?
Correct.
I just imagine
this one you don't negate the DN penalty for.
Correct.
So this you'll need 5 for.
I will need to get 5 successes.
I just imagine the las guns sound like the Gmod flashlight.
It's like you've never played Darktide.
Oh my god.
It's just the sound that appears in my head.
Oh my god.
My brother.
Yeah, the glory, Jesus.
I'd store that glory if I were you. I'd just pocket that.
Wait, can I store it?
You can use glory to get a glory into your pool.
You know what? For funsies, I'll just go ahead and keep that spare glory. This additional glory then.
Mm-hmm. One gains glory and 2 successes or a shift. 2 to 5 is normal die. Yeah, glory points. That is shared by the party. You can have up to a number up to a number equal to the player's plus 2 maximum. So you guys have a shared pool of 3. You want to make it 4?
Yes, I'll go ahead.
Since you're pretty sure you're going to kill this man anyway.
Yeah, because that's 8 icons with 1 exalted. According to the plasma pistol stat.
Okay. Well, we're gonna want to roll the ED.
Well, I get 1 ED, and then I have 1 exalted, so I can shift that. Correct?
Yeah.
Or yeah, that's one of the things I roll for damage.
Let me see exactly what shifting does as opposed to getting the plus 2 successes, because I'm curious. Okay. Remembering my own ways on shift.
The cheat sheet lets you convert it into extra ED.
Yeah. You also get okay. So in combat, you don't get it over. The cheat sheet. One moment. Thank you for bearing with us as we do this tutorial combat, not tutorial combat, wink, wink, to get a handle on the combat part of the system before we get into funner things.
Oh, I also get plus 1 die for short ranges, so I haven't been rolling that. Never, but oh well.
Oh yeah, make sure to do that.
I will do that in future rolls. I just now realized I forgot we're at short range. Oops.
The best part about playing melee is you don't have to worry about any of that shit. You just gotta worry about whether or not you're in melee combat.
Look, man, true. I have servo arms. I can shoot things, and I have an axe and a servo fist to do that. I can do both. Both.
I'm just sure there's somebody watching this who's like looking at Ephraim as like white hair, obscenely good at doing something. Is this just a shooty version of a certain character? And no.
Are you playing? Is this featuring Dante from Devil May Cry?
Oh God.
Die.
What's that weird, like, obscure character that has like it's like Obi-Wan Skywalker, fucking Travolta. It's some obscene, fucking random name.
What are we talking about?
So double checking, it does look like you don't get the spillover from just having more than your needed successes for damage. You do just need to shift exalted icons to do it. So you'd roll whatever your gun's ED is plus 1 for the exalted icon.
Okay, so yeah, so I rolled,
and that looks like you did that. So you did 2, and you got 1 exalted icon. So you got plus 2 extra damage.
So okay, yeah, so cool. My plasma pistol does at this point 17 points of damage. And then with a -3 AP.
So that sounds like a lot of fucking dead.
And a lot of more scorch marks.
Yeah. As it punches through the wood accurately and proceeds to vaporize the man on the other side. There are more thumps as meat hits ground. It's squishy. All right, you have 1 more man on the right side, Mr. World Eater.
Also for future reference, my last Fusilier makes no sound. It is silent.
Yeah, but your plasma sure as hell does. Part of this is you are in an ambush action because they were not expecting you to open fire before they did.
That's fair.
It was sort of like, all right, on the count of 3. 1, 2.
So 11 icons and 1
Jesus
complication.
And of course you complicate.
Oh God, what is the complication going to do?
Brandon, I roll bad Smith, everyone. Suddenly he starts playing a corn worshiper to be, and everything just works out his way, huh?
I'm down.
I would like you to do what you need to do with the ED, and I will let you know how that complication resolves itself in a moment.
Okay. If I hit a grenade, Best day ever.
Don't make me put you down.
Frenzy just means I have to keep attacking enemies. I also get to add 1 to my strength, so my damage. Yeah, my damage goes up.
Lying. Like a liar.
Oh fuck.
Well,
So
what if you saw the Sons of Horus as enemies?
Well, I hope he can actually take a plasma shot to the chest a few times.
In your armor, that very well may be the case.
I'll use that Exalted to add more rending, so it's now AP3.
The man's already dead.
So 13, 17 damage with the power axe. AP3.
Yeah, cool. I would like you to understand that you go so full tilt in the chopping this man in half. You bisect him, and the complication is you wedge the axe in the ground. Congratulations, you have suffered stuck weapon. You will need a strength test difficulty 3 on your next turn to get it out.
Okay.
Unless you'd like to leave it for now.
No. Well, actually, to be fair, I'm frenzied. I don't get to have that. I don't get to keep that choice. Luckily, I have a knife.
What you got there?
A knife!
No! All right. Well, you guys have opened up, and with that, I believe we go into initiative. Initiative exists in this system. There is an initiative stat. I have to assume that is initiative for combat.
Oh, that's a bold assumption of you.
That is a bold assumption of me. Actually, no. Wrath and Glory has been pretty well laid out so far.
I think the biggest question is if there's anything else that adds to it. I don't think there is, unless you have any special talents or abilities. So I think
we determined to ambushes. We set the scene. Now we're going to take turns. The GM may elect seize the initiative. And you know what? I'm going to do that right now.
Well,
and unless you guys would like to spend a glory, I am going to seize the initiative so that you guys can be on the receiving end of how this stuff works.
You know, for learning's sake, I will say let's do this, guys. Let's to be on the receiving end.
I see what I mean. What are they to do? Gets crit.
I mean,
you want to give them a sporting chance?
I guess how many is left of this squad?
Oh, I forgot about that bit. One moment, I need to make a note. You guys have had 2 crits so far.
Yes, we have.
Thank you.
Actually, I think we've had 2 crits.
Yeah, you crit both times, Ollie.
Oh, yes, I am the one who critted. That is right.
I would like to thank you specifically.
Oh, no. This is bad. Listeners, this is bad that the GM is thanking you for doing something good.
All right, time for them to shoot at the melee man with auto guns.
Good, they understand the Holy Trinity.
If they've got
they
the
are
balls.
a little panicked, so they are definitely going to salvo.
You raised your toughness, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
Good. This is a salvo action. Which the cheat sheet does not just have. Unfortunate. Okay. Salvo was 184, I believe, because I am great at remembering things. Booyah. Equal to the weapon's salvo value. All right, so salvo is 3 in this case, so we're getting bonus dice equal to 3. Wait, what the actual fuck?
A measure of how quickly a weapon can fire and the amount of bullets in its magazine. Salvo is used to determine bonuses for salvo options like full auto, 185, We must use a simple action at any point of ammo to reload after using the salvo option.
Yep. Oh, they were gonna open fire on you guys anyway, so that's gonna be salvo 3, so that's an extra 3 dice. Apparently these guys are not fucking good at this, like I thought. I'd hope they would be.
I feel that same way about whenever I use cultists in my game.
Yeah, man. Because this is a tutorial, I didn't like custom build a sheet, so I'm literally using one of the sheets. I won't say which for the sake of, well, I trust you guys. I'm using the cultist leader sheet, and they have no ballistic skill.
That's hilarious.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, even just the base cultists on the tabletop had auto guns.
Yeah, these guys have auto guns. Congratulations, they
no-
did hit.
But no skill ranks, huh? Okay. Sure.
No skill ranks. Nope. The only
Oh,
reason
look,
they get
someone
5
got an
dice is
actual-
because they are full autoing this shit.
Oh no, someone actually got hit.
Yep, it's me.
Yep. All right, so that will be 8 damage. You will mitigate that with your resilience. You'll roll your resilience, and any icons you get will 1-for-1 deduct.
Okay, plus what results? Okay. Do. That's Dice Maiden Brandon.
Yeah, you should have plenty of resilience to be able to. I'm not going to say you can shrug it all off, but
6 total icons.
okay. So even with the flurry of firing, it's still just an auto gun, and for the most part, it like what could be considered vaguely accurate shots bounce off of your ceramite armor. Though a couple manage to find joints just with the volley, and you'll end up taking a little bit of damage. In this case, 2.
Oh no, 2 damage.
You'll have 2 wounds, which puts you at lightly wounded, which will give you a dice number penalty until that is healed off, which should be fairly easy.
So toughness plus 2 times tier.
Yeah. Oh no, the damage is less than damage is greater than resilience. You suffer wounds. Oh no, you don't even suffer wounds. You just suffer shock because the damage did not beat your resilience.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we actually did this a little wrong. So to soak, you roll determination, and then if your the remaining damage is above your resilience, you take wounds. The difference in wounds. And if it's less than or equal to, you just take shock. Like 1 point of shock.
Gotcha.
A shock. Yeah.
So for sake, I'm not gonna we'll have another person shooting at people. But so we'll let this just stand as 1 shock. But going forward, that is how that works.
I mean, even if I whiff, my total resilience is 12, so I'd only be taking a shock.
So yeah. This goes to show that Space Marines do not give a fuck about your puny guns.
So
Yeah,
I think I either way I was walking out with shock, which is fine. We did it wrong. Got to the right solution.
Yeah. Well, if you,
Anyway.
yeah, no, that was about right. Yeah, you get 1 shock. Actually, 1 moment. I just want to make sure I'm correct about the less than, or if it actually is just 95, 96. Yeah, there's my mouse. Shock. If you suffer more shock than you reckon. Determination. You roll determination whenever you suffer 1 more wounds to convert them into shock. Roll an equal number of dice equal to your toughness. Blah blah blah. No, that does not tell me. anything. Great. Damage and dying. Damage. Okay. I'm going to, based on my understanding, assume that is how that works.
Okay. If need be, we can course correct in the future.
Yeah. Also, if you guys haven't done wounds, it is your tier plus your tier times 2 plus toughness. That is how your max wounds works. So you guys should be pretty tanky too.
Yeah, I have 14.
At the very least, you have 8.
I have 14 wounds.
Okay. Second remaining dude is going to fire at the man who shot his buddy dead right next to him. Tech Priest, you were being aimed at. Or not Tech Priest, Tech Marine. I'm so sorry. Please don't blame me. He is also full autoing. Oh my god, and the man is even better than his dead buddy. Well, soon to be dead.
Oh no, I've been hit.
You have been hit, and you will need to roll determination against 8.
A determination. Where is my determination?
Determination will lower the that number.
Determination is equal to your toughness.
I know.
Well, it may not be if he took certain traits.
True.
Yeah, background options.
My resolve is increased by 1. Rank icons is against mobs. It's increased by 1. That's for tech.
It should be like courage or cleanse and purge or honor the chapter or what have you.
Conviction and resolve.
You have conviction and resolve. Do you have anything else? Because you should have 3 background pieces.
Well, I have 3 background. Well, I have origin of cunning, accomplishment is my badge of honor, my goal is advancement.
Cunning gives you +1 determination.
Right. So I'm trying to just remember where's determination on the sheet.
It's bottom right in the shock area. But it auto calculates, so you'll need to make sure that you remember to add in your extra determination for background.
Okay, so I have 6 determination. Okay, that's what.
Yeah, so you'll roll that, and success is mitigate. Icons mitigate. We'll get faster at this, everyone. Don't worry.
Oh, 5.
Well, I get total 5 icons with a glory. I will score the glory for giving us our max of 5 glory for our entire.
Sure, you guys got 5 glory. Needless to say, that is not enough to fully mitigate everything. So you'll take 1 shock as the dude just sort of wall of leads you, and it's not particularly threatening. You're in ceramite armor. You're a walking tank. Even if you weren't armored, you might be able to shrug this off. But like, it's still like unpleasant. You don't like being shot at. This man should die. All right, they have gone.
We will figure this out.
Yeah. That is the remaining combatants' turns. It is now your guys' go.
Oh, there's only 2 left.
Yeah, there was only like 6.
Oh shit!
You guys killed 4.
So killed 1 on the left. So there's one more on the left, and then there's 1 more on the right.
Yeah, I made this first fight normie humans just so that like you guys saw the difference between a human and a fucking space marine.
I want to do something silly.
Yeah, totally.
I want to throw my omniscient axe at the remaining man.
Okay, so the omniscient axe is a weapon, but you're using it in an unintended thing, so it's going to have improvised sort of tones to it, which is really more insulting than anything.
I'm insulted. He decides to shoot at me.
By the way, just in case folks weren't aware, initiative is not used for rolling initiative. Initiative is players then GM, unless one party ambushes or another party seizes the initiative.
Then why do you have initiative stat?
Is it initiative or is it?
I mean, I'm seizing the initiative, and you guys ambushed last time, so we've done this correctly so far. But
And,
No,
and
it's
it-
not initiative. It's intuition, isn't it?
There is a stat on your sheet that has a capital I.
Really?
That is initiative.
no.
INT is intellect,
Oh, the I is initiative.
intuition, or whatever the fuck it's called. But yes, there is just a standalone I that is initiative.
yep, and it goes to 1 skill on the sheet.
Yeah, I is initiative.
Weapon
That's
skill.
reflexes and reaction speed, and the cheat sheet says has combat defense and acting first. So I'd assume first players nominate an actor to act, then GM. If in a disagreement, roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
So if we both want to have like no, I go first, we roll off. But
okay.
for the sake of us like showing off the system and you learning it ourselves, we have decided to say fuck that for a moment and do the way we're doing. Cool. So that's how that works. Actually, I do need to because I'm stupid. Shift a thing. That goes fine. Okay, there we go. Now I'm cooking with sauce.
Okay, so wait, what determines throwing? Oh, great. I decided to go into a very weird territory.
Yeah, thank you. This is why I am so. I don't know why some books don't do this. And again, I will. This is more of a review system thing. I'm so glad this book has an index.
They're important.
Yeah.
Some books don't do that. I just want to kill myself.
Yeah. Some of the layout in the book is a bit of a choice.
Yeah. Admittedly, that is true. I do not see throwing weapons or improvised weapons. So
every ranged weapon has 3. Okay.
But you're not using a ranged weapon. You're throwing your melee weapon, which really disrespectful to the machine spirit of the weapon, Mr. Tech Marine. But
I'm also disrespected that this man decided to shoot me and disrespect the machine spirit even more.
As far as somebody's group can tell, throwing in a melee weapon is a ranged attack, and it uses the same attributes and skills as a ranged attack does. The range is strength times a specific number that varies on the weapon. So essentially, we're going to treat it like a grenade. Ballistic DN3. You no longer get the penalty for assuming where this man's position is. He has come out of cover to try to shoot you.
Okay, so I could just roll straight skill, no problem.
You roll your ballistic, which is an agility skill, and so you're getting that total, and then that's to hit, and then it'll do damage.
Okay, so he's also within short.
I will say it'll do your strength and damage rather than like the full extra stuff, because you're not using it like an axe is meant to be used. You're just kind of chucking that shit like a lance.
Okay, so short range for this man still, so I get a +1 for short range.
Mm-hmm.
I get no wrath. I get 12 icons.
Jesus,
No.
Fuck.
No wrath die though.
Y'all are rolling like gods, except for Brandon over here, who's got his axe stuck in the ground.
So my Nistian axe is doing strength +8.
Well, it's doing strength. Because remember, you're not using it properly, so it's just the base will be your strength.
Correct, but I'm throwing with powered armor, so it's strength +3.
Right, you have powered armor. All right, so it's strength +3. That is 8. Would you like to roll the ED? Because you're still going to get extra dice for just fucking your immaculate aim.
Okay, so I get 12 dice from my icons, right?
Well, you don't get 12 ED from your icons. You can push your exalted
get-
icons 3 times, so you can get
Okay.
3 ED.
3. I could get 3 ED plus the ED of the axe, which is 5. So I can roll 8 dice.
Yes.
I get a total of 6 icons.
Cool. The total is the total damage.
So it's 8 plus 6.
Yeah.
So it's
14.
14 damage with minus 2 AP.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, I'm not even gonna roll again because that man cannot succeed. He is fucking dead. It does not matter how much determination he has.
So is it kind of one of those things where I just sit here, heft up my axe in a javelin toss, hit him with it, and he flies backwards and gets pinned to a wall?
I imagine it is more because his upper half is what's visible. You have the axe, javelin toss it, and it just fucking he 90 degrees into the ground.
Oh, it's also power field, so it bisects him actually.
Oh, you have the power field on as you do it?
It's an omniscient axe. That's where.
I
the
mean,
plus
yeah, but
five
you can
comes
turn.
from.
You can not have the power field on as you yeet it at him
Oh no, I'm full
in
power.
case you want it to stick. Because otherwise, it's just going to go through him and clatter to the ground.
Oh, no, that's more disrespectful. I actually
Yeah.
did not want it to clatter to the ground. I wanted to use his body as the cushion. So
Yeah. That's why I figured you wouldn't have it on. So yeah, he will just kind of fucking 90 degree over the course of like a quarter of a second into the ground. Your axe haft is sticking up out of him.
Are there any enemies left?
Yeah, there's one enemy left. Would you or Brandon like to go?
I would like to blam.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I had to get my axe out of the ground anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Love you.
All right. Aim. Called shot. This guy's
Babe.
visible now, right?
I love you. Could you do me a
Okay.
favor?
Imagine not realizing.
Could you
what
make
I
me some
muted.
grandpa's ashes?
I,
Scoop. I just want to make sure I'm hydrated so I don't have a bad time talking.
I think he
There's a
was not
saying,
muted
man.
on purpose.
he might not be.
Also, don't give
Sorry, I was distracted by my girlfriend offering me.
We didn't
Woo.
notice.
No, we absolutely fucking noticed, you clown. Learn to mute.
I thought I did mute.
And you didn't.
You didn't. We were making fun of you the
kill
entire
myself.
time.
So we're cutting this out, right?
No.
No, it's staying in. Staying in for combat.
I literally thought I muted. I even held up a finger and pulled the mic thing down.
You
So,
know why it
question.
didn't mute? You know why it didn't mute? I did pull the mic, the mute button down. My mic was partially unplugged, so my computer couldn't register it. Fucking kill
Is-
myself. So I did it right,
Absolute
but I was
clownery.
technologically wrong. The machine spirit is angry.
Is the guy visible?
Yeah, he rose up to try to shoot your buddy. You absolutely can see a stop half.
Well, I want to call shot for the head.
Go for it. I imagine you negate.
I'm doing the aim, cold shot, throwing 16 dice. Okay, still no glory, but 7 total icons, 2 exalted. So how does gaining extra ED with exalted work?
You can shift an exalted icon for +1 ED.
Oh, okay.
So you'll get for each one, you'll get your normal ED, and then for each one you get an extra die of ED for rolling for extra damage.
So so each exalted, I can shift it over for 1 extra ED.
Yes.
What was the other extra one? Just for normal icons?
The normal icons don't appear to matter other than like getting you above the threshold for combat actions.
Okay, so shifting those icons to extra ED. Let me to double check my list here.
The only other thing is if you get a 6, you get an exalted on the wrath die, you crit. which means you
Okay.
deal a minimum of 1 wound no matter what.
But yes, I am reducing the DN, and I have 9 ED to roll.
Okay. And
Wow. Okay, so it's
complications
1,
don't matter in
2,
that case.
3, 4, 5 extra damage.
Oh, so conveniently it lines up with the math. It's math anyway. Okay, so that is how much damage total?
Or sorry, no, not 5, 6. Miscounted
Okay.
one. Yep. 6 extra damage for 16 damage again. Consistent.
All right. So this man fucking explodes. You bolter this man apart with precision. Deadly
Just
precision.
2 shots, 2 skills. 2 skills. 2 kills. Yeah, I have 2 skills: shooting and witty one-liners.
Totally isn't 2:30 in the morning for the two of us.
Yeah.
Don't you mean you have 2 kills? It's
Yes, 2 kills. Over the Vox, just scratch 2.
All right, and we have finished combat.
I will
Please start first.
retrieve my power axe out of the ground.
Eric will do the same and retrieve his omniscient axe.
All right. What would you like to do?
You all seem determined to disarm yourselves.
I held on to it the entire time.
Oh,
And-
yes, you seem totally in control of that axe.
Look, Tarek doesn't respond. Tarek is actually looking over the bodies for any communication devices or data terminals.
No, nothing.
I do want to check what weapons they were using.
Pretty bog standard auto guns. These are Imperial make, but that's to be expected if these are traitors.
Yeah, I'll just hold one of the auto guns and just casually, not intending to throw it across the room, but casual Stardy's toss turns into practically across the side of the room. Primitive.
Tarek will look. Do they have any grenades on hand?
No.
I imagine if they did, they would have tried to use them against us.
If they were smart.
True.
Oh. I was using the wrong data sheet. Fun.
Oops.
Oh well, it wouldn't have mattered. This was going to go about the same way anyway.
In any case, no comms.
I mean,
Wow.
so far comms seem to be largely silent. Occasionally, as you guys have walked, you've picked up occasional.
He's asking if they have any comms on.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, no data terminals, no comms. These guys were, for all intents and purposes, nicely as though.
Plebeian, no forms of communication.
It means they couldn't tell you when we were here.
I mean, they wouldn't have been able to tell anyone
Indeed.
you were here. You killed them fast enough.
Well, if they were ordered to be here, they were probably expected to not make it. They're poorly equipped, unless this is all that these traitors can muster. In which case, this is going to be a short venture. And another victory for the War Master.
Glory to the Emperor.
Yes. Oh, if there's
Lord.
nothing here of value, let's keep moving.
Let's go marching in one by one. Hoorah.
All right, so you
Tarek
guys
picks up his rear position as normal.
resume moving.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I heard from Ali. I just wanted.
It's more of Tarek just takes up the rear position.
Oh yeah, obviously. I assume you guys are in the same sort of formation you were before.
Yes. Does shock recover at the end of a battle, or is that?
I don't believe so.
The shock is something I think we need to take care of as a rest.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's a rest thing. But let me double check that. Shock 95, 96.
But if we also rest, which is called a respite, apparently according to the cheat sheet, it also resets our wrath. So that means we lose our.
No, I was just. We don't need to do that.
Oh wait, hold on. I can actually do something about that. Hold on. It says on the cheat sheet, it says recover shock equals Medicaid plus tool or wrath. Well, I have tools, and I have Medicaid, so I can do things.
Which is a question to figure out how persistent shock was. I don't.
Shock is once you hit your shock rating, you get the exhausted condition.
Gotcha.
Like one point of shock isn't big.
No, yeah.
I have the capability of doing it without doing a full rest. So
yeah, essentially,
I can give
y'all
up.
would have had to been in like 8 or 9 more rounds of combat before you would have been like, you know what? Why don't we just sit for a second? That was a little I gotta check my armor and shit.
Yeah, that's like, oh no, we came across an autocannon nest.
Yeah.
Or one of these guys had a plasma gun.
I mean, don't read my mind. I think we also didn't end up taking into account auto fire or rapid fire. Which is just bonus dice based on rating when you're in half range.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I was. That's why I was getting so many extra dice.
Okay, fair.
That's why I got extra ED for my last Fusilier blowing a hole through the fucking barricade.
No, you're right. That's understandable. They didn't need to reload because they died. All the people that died.
As a tech marine, I don't have to worry about reloading. My weapons just do that.
That's true.
So are we moving
You got
or are
turbos
we?
to do that.
Yep, ready to move.
Yep. So you guys will move on, and once again, you continue down. Occasionally, you hear chatter. For the most part, the communication channels have been separated. But you have a world eater with you, and so whether it's that the world eaters are just broadcasting on all channels, or perhaps the world eaters have just simply included you on the channel and some weird form of brotherhood, but you can occasionally hear the counting of glory and kills as world eaters on the surface are apparently mowing down civilians by the bushel for all intents and purposes. Would any of you like to roll insight?
Sure.
Determine any extra information from this. Brandon, you are a world eater. I'm going to give you 2 extra die to determine this.
Neat.
I can roll.
You are familiar with the crazed calls of your brothers.
Where is I get 5 dice for insight? So
that is 7 icons.
Neat. That is well more than enough.
I get 4 icons.
Cool.
I ain't get shit.
And Zemian continues to be as unsociable as ever.
Ephraim's like, even we were more civilized back on Algody.
Tarek, you understand that the world leaders are communicating that these mere civilians, these mortals, are fanatically crazed. They seem to be just absolutely ready to throw themselves into the chain swords and axes of the Astartes, all too eager to meet battle. Brandon, you Harkin has a little bit more finger on the pulse of the World Eaters.
It's context.
Yeah, he has context. Your brothers are more specifically not just joyfully, haha, we are in combat and they are happy to join us. They find it weird that like these people are gutting themselves on chain swords. Your brothers are killing so many that it is starting to jam their weapons.
These traitors
They
are.
seem to be holding their own and like doing well, but that is somewhat out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Harkin will speak up. And these traitors seem very fanatical and almost eager for death. They are just throwing themselves at my brothers. To the point where they seem almost bothered by it. You could tell in their voice.
Neither of you can
Is
tell
that-
that voice.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're the sane ones. Maybe they're the ones who've realized the depth of their treachery. Let death be their release.
You all want to make me anyone who wants to make me a awareness test.
Sure. I don't turn down awareness checks. Typically.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you could
I'm-
complicate and give me something,
well,
or you could
no complication.
To the Emperor!
nerd.
Excuse me.
Oh, well. Herrick gets an 8.
Yeah, Carrick is very aware.
I've got 4, 1 exalted
And-
icon, and 1 glory.
And Harkin just kind of barely notices. The auto bafflers on the auto baffling systems in your suits have been actually fairly active now. You realize there has been some sort of noise, perhaps something on a auditory spectrum. You're not sure if you'd be able to hear it or not, as it's a little bit hard for even your systems to determine. That has been going on, and another pulse just happened of it.
Strange readings are coming.
Are you able to
Normal pulsations.
decipher anything?
Even spirits of the are confused.
Tarek,
Mhm.
you succeeded on the previous check and have enough icons on this one. You notice that once you start kind of going through the logs of the auto baffler system, because you're a tech marine, you'd absolutely do that. About the time that the World Eaters got a little more vocal about combat was about the time that your auto bafflers kicked in.
Strange. The intensity that these rebels are emitting themselves is the time that these strange readings have been occurring. These witches have started something that is affecting everything. The machine spirits are not pleased.
And let's put a stop to it.
Yes, let's keep moving.
All right. So you guys will continue downward, and again, it is a long trek. Were it not for your power armor and your conditioning and your mere superhuman physiology, this might tire you. This might bore you. This might distract you from the mission. But luckily, you are above such things. You are above mortal concerns. You are Astartes. You are the legions. You are the tireless soldiers of the Emperor. And so you descend. And a little ways down, the slope steepens. And a little ways down, you finally find stairs. And a little ways down, your systems let you know you are finally below ground. And a little ways down still, a feeling creeps in. And a little ways down, you have to kick on the lights. There's no longer torches nor sunlight to guide your way. You have to use your suit's flashlights to guide yourselves, and the darkness seems ever encroaching, almost hostile to you. And a little ways in, you meet a grand door. Among Cyclopean masonry, you meet a large door that seems to follow the course of a serpent in which it opens. Of only there is a slight crack to tell. You could tell no ordinary mortal would even be able to open this, but you might.
I dare say this might be it.
All right, let's get cracking then.
Do you guys want to make me a strength
check?
checks? We're gonna do a pooled strength check.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I want to double check that there isn't like something for, because I know there's something for multiple people attacking, like combined in attack. I want to.
Which would be what? Assisting rules?
Yeah, I wanna double check assisting rules because I partially want to explore that, and partially this is something that would be tough for even one of you to do.
So, help action, players may assist another helper, grants bonus dice equal to their attribute or skill rating.
Excellent. So I guess you guys will nominate one person, and you'll you'll do bonus dice equal to your strengths as helpers.
Brandon, how strong are you?
Strength total is 9.
Yeah.
Strength total
So-
is 9. Oh. Strength total with my power, with my servo arm is 13.
Okay.
Well, this
We'll
won't
make
be
mechanical-
for better or worse, a servo arm thing. This isn't this. There's no grip for your servo arm. You're still like full body, just pushing
Right.
a door open.
That's fair. It's just using the servo arm for that. I get a 13 dice with it.
Hmm.
I'm fine to give the dice to someone else.
Okay.
So is it just their ranking, or is it their
It'd be the attribute or
of it?
skill.
Yeah. So in this case, it's the attribute. So y'all are designating somebody to push. This is everybody's pulling their strength together.
We got 6.
So okay,
So
so
six
6,
comes
9,
back.
and 13, and it sounds like Ali is being elected the person to roll.
Yep. That way, when it fails and complicates, it's on him.
That is true.
Yep. 6. So 6, 9 strength from you, Brandon.
Yep.
So that's 28 dice to roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
No complications.
Damn.
18
Well, you
total
only have
successes.
one die that decides that. That said, you succeed. Your combined might is enough to force open this grand, heavy stone door.
Yeah.
And can I get willpower from everybody? This is not pooled.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
I gotta
no,
write
oh no,
something
oh
down real
no.
quick.
Brandon, why?
What do you mean, why?
Why?
It's 3 dice.
All right, you said willpower.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, well, now I gotta relook up what this one does.
I have no complications. You're fine.
This is true. It didn't
You
do
also
worse.
didn't pass.
Oh God, no, I didn't pass.
What
I
about you,
got
Ollie?
4 icons on 3 dice.
Nice.
Nice going.
I get 2.
That's fine. It's more than 0.
Damiani, I want you to understand something. If you're ever going to count on anyone to fail at a dice roll, you're better off putting your chips on me.
Uh huh. And my book is glitched out. Give me a moment.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Took note for when we do the review. The assist rules weird.
The assist rule is kind of weird.
If it's literally just adding the attribute to the pool or the skill to the pool, why is it only one person has to roll? Like that's such a just have everybody roll. And you could just designate who is like leaning it. So if they get a complication or anything, that's what comes up. Or you just, if people get complications, they get complications or whatever.
Yeah, I think it just might be because that. I think.
Yeah, like just having things be, oh, well, if this is a group effort, you just tally icons together to reach the, target number. Really weird to have to like get the players to discuss to add everything into one pool.
Yeah.
Takes more time, I think, than just having everybody roll.
Well, that's part of why I wanted to put these checks in to get everybody get the system explored. What does assisting look like? What does blank look like? But it's okay because cool. You had cool. Let's see what you get. Damn, Brandon, take 3 mortal wounds.
Fuck.
No.
As there is just, as soon as you guys get this door completely open, there is another pulse, and your brain, you can't decipher it on a perception level. There's no way to describe this, but you are forced back. You are pushed, and while Ephraim and Tarek, yes, are able to resist this impulse, Harkin, it just feels crushed by it and is forced to one knee as his Medicaid systems kick in to try to mitigate the damage that is physically happening in response to this mental wave.
His internal suit's moderating system.
Yeah, his Medicaid systems.
What in the Emperor's name?
So he visibly staggers back.
Yeah, he staggers back and like has to like fall to one knee.
Eric will move over to examine Harkin. What ails you?
Well, what do we see before we get to that?
Well, you don't see anything quite at first. It's dark, and your lights don't shine far enough to illuminate the entire vast room. But after several seconds, there is another pulse, albeit not as one could say aggressive to you guys. But it lights up the room as an almost heartbeat like pulse of light comes out, and there is a large artifact in the middle of this grand room, and around it are 4 floating human figures. It glows with a sickly purple light, tinting everything in here now as it continues to beat. Tarek, you don't even need to make a check. You've been attentive enough. The auto baffler systems are fucking all on overdrive.
This is the source. This is the distress, the machine spirits. Wail at.
Let's cleave it
What's
in
the
two.
range? What's the range on the figures?
They've got they're probably about 30 meters away.
Within
yeah,
range.
fuck.
They're floating about 15 in the air. They have not noticed you yet.
Oh, they're 30
At
meters
least
away, but
seemingly.
15 up in the air. Oof.
I'm saying they're 30 meters away from you. They are 15 up in the air generally.
Um.
So I'm doing the Pythagorean theorem.
Okay, so effectively they are 30 meters away. Got it.
Yeah, they are 30 meters away from you. I'm not making you do math.
No such thing as witches, my ass. I am going to aim up a shot on one of the figures and pop around. Aim, cold shot, head. This is. They're outside of short range, so I don't get the +1 for that. So that's going to be 15 dice.
There is for range at this distance. It is +4 DN or
Well, that's fine. I reduce the DN by 8. So unless the
never mind.
DN ends up being so 13 icons.
Damn.
I'm gonna convert to the exalted to extra damage dice, which will replace the loss of the 2 for rapid fire because this is outside of short range.
Yep.
And head is a +2 for the called shot, doubling that with dead shot. So that's 7 ED +2 from the exalted rollover.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, I already counted the exalted. That's 7 ED. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra damage for 15. Yeah, the complication doesn't happen because this is damage. And exalted icon, but doesn't do anything because this is damage. So 15.
Yep. All right. 15. Give me a brief moment to
have AP.
manage that.
Altars do not have AP, unlike the tabletop. Yeah.
I mean, Bulgers don't have AP in some of the tabletop. It depends on the unit.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
Weapon. Bolters are bolters.
Yeah. I think Astartes grade bolters have AP on the tabletop, but I know
They do. At least in
sister bolters don't. So like human grade bolters don't.
Which is stupid. A bolter's a bolter.
Yes.
Well, you see, this is an infantry grade 50 cal. Okay, it's still a 50 cal.
It's still a fucking deagle.
Doesn't matter if it's on a fucking Humvee or in a man's hand. A 50 cal is a 50 cal. What do you mean?
Yeah. I always thought that was weird. I'll be honest.
Firing a soda can at somebody. Come on.
I need to preemptively roll this just because this does not let me. All right. So psychic powers are special. And fun fact, because psychic powers can grant you multiple wrath die for better or worse. And so I'm just whipping this out so we can explore that part of the system because y'all are fighting psychers. I don't think there's any question there. And these aren't soul bound to the Emperor psychers. I don't know how to tell you this.
I won't feel bad about gutting them.
That's true. Big if true. It's okay. They only get.
That was our surprise round. Now we're going into turns, I guess.
Oh no, there's no surprise round. I'm gonna be real. They don't look like they've noticed you, but they are fairly aware of their surroundings.
Damn witches.
Yup. Fully to the warp. That is. Oh, okay.
Well, effectively.
Well, there's no glory or complication there.
I would like to use my brass collar to deny the witch.
Well, I'm doing this. I'm doing this for bookkeeping to know exactly what their resilience is. This happened before you guys were here. Can you deny the witch? I know you're joking, but can you deny the witch on a sustain?
Can
you deny the witch in this? Now you've got me curious.
In this system,
I have to be a psyker.
I think you have to be a psyker. But then you got me thinking about the tabletop because it's been like last time I played, it's been 2 editions, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Now I'm vaguely curious. Can you deny the witch? I'm gonna just go look up at the index real quick if you can deny the witch is there.
The answer is probably going to be no outside of
deny the witch is in here.
Well, yeah, I'm saying it's probably only available for psychers to do.
Yes, it is a universal psyker ability.
Yeah. In the tabletop, you don't have to have psychers to do it because, well,
the tabletop
powers are a little, yeah.
Well, if any of us had a null rod, we could probably not be affected by psychic bullshit.
Yeah, do any of you look like Sisters of Battle? Wait, those don't exist yet.
Actually, the Sisters of Silence exist?
Astartes.
Oh God. Oh God.
God, these. Can you see these nerds, Brandon? Anyway,
mad psycher bit.
Man, I get drunk and I do statistic homework. I can't talk about whether or not people are nerds. I get drunk and do stat.
I do statistics.
Nerd.
Yeah.
So if this is bookkeeping, can I take a pop shot at them with my last fusil?
No, because this is not a surprise round.
Oh, okay.
I am not seizing the initiative. Damiani acted first. It will then be a witch.
Okay.
So everyone's included in that. Y'all, they get that. That's really funny. I have to include that thing. I'm gonna spend 1 ruin. Don't worry about it.
I spend a wrath to deny.
Yeah, I do not believe that's how that works.
Damn it.
All right. So you did how much damage?
He did.
I apologize that this took so long.
All right, it was 15.
Okay. 15.
I did see. Oh, you can only improve a crit using glory. Okay.
Yes. Right. 15, 11. Okay. So, you make a perfectly aimed shot that goes to their head, and your shoot systems manage to catch that the bolt round explodes, not in the person, but several centimeters before them. They appear to take some shrapnel, but they are not down.
Cursing in his native tongue.
Yes. Tarek, you notice that the auto baffler system spiked pretty fucking hard right when that happened. Right when the shot was taken.
More witchcraft. That's
All
typical
right.
heals
So
over
now
the
it is
F1 unit.
now it is their turn, which is going to be really what we call in the business funny.
Fun fact. Typically, it wouldn't be referred to as witchcraft during this time period.
Really?
However,
Looks like a
yeah,
witch still.
it really depends on who you're talking to.
That's true.
Because the general idea is, well, the general imperial truth is there's no such thing as sorcery. There's no such thing as witchcraft. All religion is a lie. However, of course, not necessarily everybody's required to believe that. Some people may have their own suspicions and stuff like that, but that is the official tagline from the Empire. I'm taking it that Ephraim, because of his homeworld, thinks witchcraft is a thing.
Okay.
I mean, Space Marines still have librarians in this era.
By
Whatever
a
the fuck
different
you mean
name.
that.
Like, they're not advertised as librarians, and they are
That's
told
true.
to not use their powers.
Yeah, Brandon, what happens when a World Eater librarian uses their powers with the butcher's nails?
Nothing good.
Is that a greater demon of corn?
No, they just light themselves on fire and fucking explode.
Yeah.
It's not an if, but when.
Yeah, Corn doesn't want psychers. You have access to no magics.
Yep. So they all sort of lower down towards the ground, twisting in the air to face you lot. And one lifts its hand, opening its mouth, and with that comes roll. Well, they're not aiming at you. Don't worry. Hey, Zemi, you want to make me a willpower test?
Oh no.
Boy, do I. And we just
Oh,
keep
nice.
winning. 4 successes, 4 icons on 3 dice.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, that's awesome. But it's okay. That's unfortunate.
Itch.
Whoa, that's a crit, isn't it?
For better or worse, no.
Oh. Well.
Zemian, Ephraim, sees this coming, and he does his best to resist it, but it is just too much, and he is under the force of white noise, forced down to one knee. You are now restrained.
Sure. All right. Does that prevent me from speaking or anything like that, or is it just stopping me from moving?
You have no move. You cannot move. You also
Okay.
cannot aim or brace.
Okay. Through gritted teeth on the Vox, shut that noise.
For better or worse, you can understand that, like, the one who raised their hand probably caused this. Don't hear any noise. I mean, past what your auto bafflers are clearly trying to desperately to filter out. All right,
Okay.
which one of you would like to go?
I will blast one of them with my last Fusilier.
Do it.
Go for it.
Let's see. I'll take a pop shot at the one that threw hands at Zemian.
All right.
They are in long range, so this is +4 difficulty dice, right?
Let me double check what the range was. Range. I believe that is actually in the combat thing.
Well, he's looking that up, listener. If you want to know how I'm reducing those kinds of penalties, look at the unnatural skill talent. I've taken it for unnatural ballistic skill.
Make life easy.
It's a very good talent.
Range.
Highly recommended.
Range attack. Fuck, I know I saw this somewhere. It's probably in the not. I
Since
think
they
it's in the
move,
general.
are they closer or are they still roughly 30 meters away?
They've lowered to about 25.
Okay.
I'm guesstimating. I didn't actually do the Pythagoras theorem. Please, don't shoot me in my sleep.
Fine.
C squared equals B squared plus C squared.
Eric is going to.
Also, that the 4DN is greater than long range, which I believe is double your weapons range. Your weapons medium is up to your weapons range.
Yeah, but long range is that last bracket, right?
Yes. God fucking damn it! I gotta look at the weapons.
Yeah, because I think short is like, within a couple meters, but not engaged, or something like that. Or no, that's close. Sorry. So then I think with ranged weapons being 3 increments, it's then short, medium, long. I think. Maybe.
I'm just gonna check it real quick.
Everybody knows when your bullets reach the maximum listed range, they make a 90-degree angle towards the ground.
Absolutely.
Short, medium, and long ranges of a weapon. Yep.
Okay. So only if it goes over long range do I take the 4 penalty die then. Is that correct?
Yeah, if it's over medium range, it's -2.
Okay, so it's only -2 if it's over medium range. Okay.
Yeah, and if it's under the short range, it's a +1.
Okay. That's fine.
And if it's over the long range, it's a +4 or -4.
Okay. Tarek will actually take point and move himself into this cavern.
Yeah, it can easily be described as cavernous.
Yeah, Tarek's going to take point. Tarek's trying to move within a range so that he can fire both his plasma pistol and the last fusil at the same time as a part of a multi-attack. So that's -2 for range. As a part of a multi-attack, the last fusil is not going to take the -2 for shooting, but we'll take the -2 for difficulty. So I basically get 3 hits with the last fusil.
Well, it's not 3 hits; it's 3 successes. No.
Well, yeah, 3 successes. Yeah, 3 successes. 3 successes to hit. I haven't rolled it. I'm trying to figure out my dice.
Oh, yeah. You have a difficulty number, the plus. So yeah, you need 3 successes to hit.
Yeah,
I understand. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this system.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
7 icons with a glory crit. With a glory.
Thank you, Zem or Ollie. I appreciate you. You are so consistent for me, bro.
Stop it. This is not good when you're praising me like this. This is concerning.
The players don't realize, but I do. When the players crit, the GM gets a ruin counter.
What I will do then is I will convert this into a crit.
Oh wait, no, I don't get a ruin counter because this isn't a cultist. Oh fuck! Damn it! You should have critted more, Ollie.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I will convert this into a crit because we already maxed out with our squad glory.
So you will do at least 1 damage. Got it.
I will do at least 1 damage. This is the last fusil, which was last fusil is 12 damage with 1 ED. I will use the Exalted icons to make it a total roll of 3 dice to see how much extra damage I do.
Mm-hmm.
1. I get 1 icon, so that's going from 12 to 13 damage with a -2. I will go ahead and fire off the plasma.
At minus, before you fire off the plasma, let me complete this transaction by defending.
Oh, right. Complication.
And your damage was what?
My damage was a total of 13 with AP -2.
Okay.
Well, unless they're invulnerable, AP is in effect.
Yes, AP -2. And you said it was 13?
Yes.
So you crit, which means you do 1 damage.
Only 1 damage?
Because you have to.
Isn't there a critical hit table?
Yes. I mean, there is. In this case, you know what? Yeah, look, roll. Can you roll me 2d6?
I will.
Let's take this because I don't know that it says. I double check. Because he didn't do damage. He did damage because the crit says he has to do some amount of damage. I don't know if he
minimum 1
gets the critical hit effect because it was soaked totally.
Critical hits 6 on a wrath plus successful hit equals crit hit, deals minimum 1 wound, even if resistance reduces to 0.
Yep, that's why you did 1 wound.
Interesting.
They rolled really well on their determination.
2d6 is 2 and a 1.
So 21.
21 is brutal rapture. Can you roll me a d3?
1d3.
Yes, 1d3.
2.
2. So that's 2 wounds. Which I'm going to especially double check how this is going. Critical hits. Probably should have done this in the test one, but I didn't think to because you guys were just killing them so fucking hard. Simple critical hits. You don't want to roll. You can just get +3 ED to your damage. Trigger a narrative effect based on the keywords. You got brutal rapture. But what does hindered?
If you're hindered, you make all tests at +2 DN. They have critical hits, and right next to where it describes how critical hits function, they list conditions.
Yeah. All tests at +2 DN. Oh, if you're a hindered 2, but she's not.
So if they're just hindered 1, it'd be
nothing yet.
Well, it'd be 1 DN.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
on
okay.
all tests, and it lasts for 1 round.
Well, I don't like that it gives. I will discuss that in the review. I like this system, but it's not perfect.
Mhm.
All right, so you did 2. I will take that into account. The witch is still standing, well, floating.
That's fine. I will attempt to fire with my plasma pistol at it.
At the same one?
At the same one.
Okay.
This one I will it requires me to have 5 successes in order to get over penalties.
Yes.
I get 5 successes.
All right, so you don't get any ED. And even if you did, you could not push the exalted icons without failing. So you just roll your normal extra damage, see if you get anything.
That's Dice Maiden. That is the wrong roll, Pap.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So nothing. So what's your base?
It is 15 damage with -3 AP, if AP applies.
Oh, okay. 15 damage with how much AP you said?
-3.
Okay. 15 AP. That goes.
No, 15 damage with -3 AP.
Or sorry, 15 damage -3 AP. That goes down to 12. Which with that 6. You know what? All right.
You have to roll dice now.
How do you do it?
What do you mean?
So you're firing at them. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. You didn't particularly aim for a specific part, right?
No, I had walked forward and was taking these shots, and so I'm just kind of firing at the target. There is no specific.
Surely they have a table for telling me what body part you get hit on.
There might be something.
That's maiming injury. I guess not.
It's a fair thought.
Location. Because they do they do have hit locations for aim shots, which I appreciate, but some systems do hit locations for not aimed because they allow you to do hit locations. Hindered, heretic, nothing on hit locations.
Nope.
I don't. It may be listed under something else, but all right. So assume that you have free range. You have killed them. How do you do it with the plasma? Or no, with the Fusilier, because you started with the plasma, so you're going into the Fusilier.
No, I started with the last Fusilier and with the plasma.
Okay, well then you do it with the plasma. How do you do it?
I will say that it was intended to be a center body shot, but seeing as they're floating, they probably were in some sort of flux, and I hit them more in the thigh.
Okay. and it removes their leg entirely, just like evaporating anything that the plasma touches. And the witch loses focus and falls. My turn.
No.
Oh no. That is redirecting. Ephraim, you are no longer under effect.
Good.
The white
Great.
noise, the white noise has ceased for now.
That's nice.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah. Take it. It's not my chance to go though.
No, you went.
Yeah.
You were the
So
first
it
to
is their
start
turn,
opening.
and then it will be Harkin's turn.
Gotcha.
Harkin, you've already taken some damage.
I took a little bit of damage. It's fine.
You took a little bit of damage.
You can
Would
keep
you like
hitting
to
me.
take a lot more damage.
You could try.
Okay. What's your defense?
My defense is 5.
Okay. Which I think going forward, I believe defense is the base number you need to hit to hurt someone. I will double check that.
That sounds about right.
As we continue to get better at the system and master it. And this whole prologue exists to get us acquainted with the system. This is going to be multiple sessions, folks. So as we get better, we will be doing this faster and more adeptly. Which is why I will not hear your complaining. Anyway, you said your defense was what?
5.
Cool. Obviously, they're going to do that because they have to. And by that, I have to, I mean I want them to. 9. Okay, so they definitely got you. They got the potency. You're going to suffer. I gotta roll that. That's 4 exalted icons, which should be enough to, because that'd be moving 8. Oh, I can't shift all of the exalted icons. I can only shift 3 of them.
Nope, you can only do 3.
Yep, I can only do 5 ED. Wow, the dice are on your side, Harkin. So that's going to be 11 damage going your way.
Okay. And
As
then
as a blast of sound, just pure sound fires at you like a bolt.
does armor matter for the purpose of resilience? I know I still need to roll determination
it
first.
It does. You're going to roll determination, and then if determination brings it under your resilience, you still suffer.
With as long as armor counts, 11 is still under my resilience before I roll determination.
Yeah, well, they rolled like shit, so
yeah. So I'll take my second point of shock.
Shocking, isn't it?
Indeed. Yep. All right. How close?
All right, Harkin, you're up.
How close are they to the ground?
They're within your reach.
Excellent.
I was not going to make you just sit and watch the fight by having them 15 feet off the ground at any time.
I mean, I was just gonna smash the purple rock at that point.
Yeah, the purple rock is like a good 50 feet in the air. It was above them.
Oh, okay. But no, I'm gonna charge one, assuming they're in charge range.
They're about 20 feet from you. What's your speed?
My speed is 7. With charge, takes me to 14.
So they are not quite.
How close are they together? Are they to each other then?
They're probably about 10 feet from each other.
Cool. That sounds like blast range. I whip out a crack grenade.
You know what? That is an excellent thing to do.
Did you say crack grenades against infantry?
This doesn't tell me that I can't. It has a higher damage value.
Look, if we're worried about dealing with these things, and my plasma was actually the only one that.
Well, no, my
different
thing
shots.
isn't their armor more effective against crack grenades?
No, crack grenades is anti-armor specifically. Frag is the one that's more anti-infantry. Crack grenades in exchange do not.
That's right. My brain was thinking 7th edition. As I recall, crack grenades, I might be wrong, but from what I'm remembering, crack grenades did not have a template. But they had good AP. So they were terrible against infantry, but very good against vehicles.
Correct.
Yes.
But these guys also just soaked a las cannon fire shot. So, take that as you will. They have blast. Crack grenade has blast 4. Let me double check what blast does specifically. Blast.
4 meters is
this is not a mob. So when you fire a throw blast weapon, choose any point in range, including another character. Kill yourself.
No, I would not.
Effects normal. So I assume that any point in range. So I assume the blast rating is anybody within that many meters. So they are not within 4 meters of each other. So you'd be picking one person, which is why crack would be better here.
Well,
frag wouldn't tag 2 of them
is for the radius?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So that means that if I put them between, I'd have. I guess I'd be. So I'd be. Then I'll throw a frag.
Okay.
Okay, a frag would nail 2 of them.
Yeah.
For better or worse. All right.
It's just 5 less power.
Of blast weapon. It specifically mentions that. So you have the strength to reach that, right? It's strength times 4.
I have 9 strength.
Yeah, you have 36. So it's damage 10, ED4. So why don't you roll me to see if you get the space?
Okay, so it's
you need 3. It's a DN3 ballistic skill.
And it's a ballistic skill. I got 8.
Cool. You nail the space. Now roll me the 4 ED.
4.
Cool. Let's test for them independently.
I will say I got a complication.
It's damage.
Not for the damage.
Oh. Well. Tell you what. You're not stupid enough to not pull the pin on your own grenade, right?
No.
Okay. Cheat sheet away.
I want everyone to know, for the listeners and my party members, I only put points in my ballistic skill so I could throw a grenade effectively.
That's
Here we are.
That makes sense. Does this have the thing?
Harkin will only use the pistol if it's will only use the bolt gun if it's on himself, and even then he won't use that if he still has grenades available.
Jesus. Harkin is special and I love him. And by that I mean special ed.
We do not condone.
Tell you what, can you make me a tech test?
I mean, I could fucking try.
Can you just make me a tech test real quick?
3.
I am sorry, Harkin. That grenade was a dud.
Hold on.
They're located in Spain without the S.
All right. Fine. I guess that's fine. But if folks wouldn't mind, I'd like to spend a glory.
Absolutely not. Under no circumstances. Yes, go ahead.
Since I because it doesn't take a full action to throw a fucking grenade, I'd be to move up, right?
Yeah.
So I'd move up, and then I want to spend a glory to seize
So-
initiative.
So you get here's how turn economy works. You get a move action, a standard action, and 2 simple actions, or you get 1 full action. So like the multi attack was a full action. Aim is a simple action. Moving is a move action. Now
Aim is actually
charge
a
is
move
also
action.
a full action, but like run is, I believe, a standard action. Let me double
To
check.
clarify, aim is actually a move.
Aim is actually a move action. You're right.
Yes.
Running is a simple action, so you can move up to double your speed very easily, or you could use a full action to. Oh, you already threw a grenade, so you could use a simple action to run easily.
Cool. And then I want to seize initiative and charge.
Let me see if seize the initiative lets a person go twice. Cause I know it would let you overrule me. But I still have 2 people to go in this like initiative order.
Fair.
What? I don't know if it lets you go twice. Take turns, seize the initiative, see next page. Seize the initiative. Whenever an agent has finished their turn for the round, the players can seize the initiative. Instead of passing to a threat, a player may choose to spend 1 glory and have another agent act instead. So you could seize the initiative, or I guess you can't because you're the last person. So you could not seize the initiative yet, but you could go first next turn anyway. You are just in a good position. For better or worse, the system is built to not let you double turn.
No, and that's my misunderstanding. That's
thank you
my
for doing that.
misunderstanding of reading that.
No, you're fine. Thank you for doing that. Like I said, this is this first session essentially is a stress test.
Yeah, it's. I mean, built a melee character, threw the grenade, complication, grenade's a dud. My turn was fucked.
Yeah, well, blame the dice. All right, so
Good. I seize the initiative.
you've already gone. However, one of you could go next turn and then seize the initiative, and another one of you could go next turn before I even do anything.
Okay.
What? Oh well. Minor psychic powers. There we go. Sorry, I have to turn to the psyker bullshit. Don't worry about it. You know what? Ollie, what's your defense?
Oh no, my defense is a 4.
Cool, I beat it.
Oh,
Can I do
and-
that? Does that let me? Oh my god, it actually works. So, fun fact: I did not think you could do this with the Wrathbot, but you can do like the one D3s and other
device?
like things. Yeah.
Cool.
So you're gonna take through. Actually, I only can push it once, so I can't do that potency. You're going to take 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds, no resistance.
Yeah, that's what mortal wounds do. They bypass that bullshit.
2
As-
mortal.
As it overcomes your auto baffler, and you are just mind scrambled by this cacophony. And another
Going back
one
in binary.
is let's see if we can keep the good son of Horus pinned because that has been let up.
I scream in binary.
Yes. What's your willpower, Zemian? 3?
Yep.
Make an opposed willpower attack.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'm now that I'm reading this a second time, I'm looking at this psychic power and it gives me 2 different things. So I'm going to do it the way we did before because that is what the text says rather than the DN says, because fuck that. So, can you roll me willpower?
Yeah.
It's okay. These guys are going to burn themselves out.
Hey, guess what? 4 icons.
Unfortunately, it doesn't beat the 8.
Damn.
So, for better or worse, you are the white static that keeps you on one knee comes back up.
Good God.
It's okay. You can still technically shoot. It's not doing as bad to you.
Wait, am I not
It just might
restrained?
impose a
Restrained?
DN. What was that?
So am I not restrained, or like what?
You are
doing?
restrained again, so you won't be able to aim, but you can still do your shooting. And with that,
Yeah.
it is the new because restrained only means you cannot move, you can't aim, and you can't brace. You can still do a shooting
No
action.
move, no run, no sprints.
I
why I
thought
say
it
it
was
only
like a
forces-
total like CC. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. None of the powers are quite that brutal.
Okay.
All
right.
Because I'm not going to use the like really fucked up powers that are like cause intellect damage.
Bro,
Because I think that I don't want to do that dumb bullshit.
it just make everyone dumber.
Yeah. Anyway, that is their turns. So it is now the top of the round again. Who would like to go?
I think I should shoot.
Okay.
I think that would probably be for the best.
Well, if I can, depending on the distance covered, I could try to get to the guy that has you pinned. That way you can get your aim action back.
I
mean-
could actually do the same as well.
Aiming would be nice. It is only 1 extra die.
Okay, if it's not going to harm you, if it's not
Yeah. Like an extra die is nice.
I mean, every bit counts, you know.
Like
Especially when
how
these guys
confident you can
hang
get
last
to the
round.
one who's doing this and take him out in 1 attack or whatever.
I feel confident enough of blasting him in the face repeatedly.
As long as I hit, I should be fine. Because I'm doing at minimum, I'm doing 12 damage before ED, and then I have 3 AP. So whatever, even if they have a psychic shield, I imagine that's going to cut through that a bit.
A psychic shield. I would never.
Yeah, you keep it down over there.
Many of them are up right now.
3. There was 4. They're down to 3.
Only the 1 is using a power right now.
So far, yes.
Yeah. So 1 is sustaining, and there's 3 currently alive. The one that
Yeah.
was sustaining previously died.
So, because what I'm going to do is going to target multiple people. I'm going to multi-shoot. So,
Okay, feel free to do that.
What if? Well, what I was going to say is, what if you go in and do your melee and try to just fucking take out that guy? And then I can use Glory to seize the initiative. Because like we've been capped on Glory and have like gained Glory, like we've overcapped on Glory like 4 times at this point.
Yeah.
So
Which is why I took one of my glories. and
Please
made
get
it
a complication when firing into melee.
No.
when I take an aim action, that won't be a problem.
You can't take an aim action.
Well, that's why that.
If he kills the guy, I can. That's what we're talking about.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a big if.
Well, this is a big axe.
I could also move forward, get 2 pop shots with a plasma pistol, which seems to be successful at bypassing the psychic armor.
I'm just suggesting Brandon get to do it because his grenade fucked up, and I don't want us to potentially end the combat without him actually getting to do anything.
Big
No, I know.
monster.
Yes, go barbarian, rage away, rage away.
So go do the axe thing, please. Set me free from these.
Do not go quietly into that night.
So I'm gonna
rage until the dying light.
I'm gonna charge the one that's CCing my battle brother.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell which one's doing that. It's fairly obvious.
It's usually accompanied by a point. I'm charging, so I get to add a additional die.
Yeah, you're well within charging range because you ran last turn.
Yep. 10 total icons, one of which is exalted.
Only one? Damn.
Yeah.
Well, you can shift that once.
And I shall, so that's an additional die over on the damage, correct?
Yeah, that's one extra ED.
So, and then 6. I'm not happy with that. I'm going to.
Yeah,
oh, that's only a reroll of failure.
I mean, it just means you don't get any extra damage.
Yeah, this is a damage roll, so.
I know.
So what's the damage?
I mean, it's 13. AP, AP minus 2.
Okay. 13 AP minus 2. Yeah, so you're a hardened warrior. You have cleaved enough foes to know that you swung your axe with your full force, and a mere brief instant before it would have dug into their flesh, you felt something rip the momentum out, and you managed to still push through it, but it only cleaves part way into their shoulder.
Yep.
They are still very much alive.
Yeah, it's fucking. That's why I was looking. I can only reroll failures. I can't reroll damage.
Mm-hmm.
And unless I'd have to spend more glory to get more damage dice, but I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that matters at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zach. I wasn't.
Nice to tell you, you cannot spend enough glory, even if you rolled all your damage dice perfect, to take this guy out.
Yeah. Sorry, Zach. I didn't expect to just completely whiff on ED. It is now actually just ED.
Yeah, it is what it is. I guess we could shift then, and Ollie, if you want to seize the initiative and see if you can finish them off.
Seizing this initiative.
Okay. Are you aiming?
Am I aiming?
Because if you aim, you can actually.
Yeah, if you aim, you can shoot into melee.
Well,
without any risk.
Yeah. I'm also gonna move and shoot with a pistol, so I don't.
Well, you can't move and aim. Aiming is a move action.
Or expend reload each. When you multi-attack, you can expend a reload instead of getting the dice number, the difficulty number penalty. Fun fact.
I don't have to worry about reloading.
Well, you do for your logistics. You only have so much ammo.
Okay.
You just don't have to worry about the action economy reload.
Okay.
I believe you can in fact aim and multi attack. That is something you can do in a single turn.
Yeah, you can aim and multi-attack. It was the move and aim you cannot do because aiming is a move action.
Yeah. And you don't trade actions in this like you do in D&D.
That's fine. I will then aim, multi-attack, and I will blast away with my mini las cannon and the plasma pistol.
Go for it.
My mini las cannon goes.
You will not hit your brother in this fight or in this turn.
That's fair. Okay. So this is 10 dice. That's to ignore firing into melee. I get -2 for multi-attack though, or I get +2 difficulty for multi-attack.
Yes.
Okay. Last Fusilier, I don't have to worry about that because
unless you'd like to expend the resource for reload.
You
know what? I'll spend the resource just for reloading then.
Quick correction.
Yes.
The total damage I would have done is actually 15.
Oh.
15.
And +5 from the power axe. I frenzied because I'm in melee, so my strength goes up to 10.
Okay.
Don't forget your powered armor. Your powered armor also applies to your strength.
That's what's putting it up to 9 and then 10.
Okay.
Let me just math real quick. I did. What was it before? 12.
12 or 13. It's AP
It was 13 damage initially.
Okay.
So
I have accounted for it now. Yeah. Okay. Well, that does change something. Just not. They're not down yet. So it cleaves a little deeper into their shoulder.
Interesting.
And there is a wretched scream, but you know.
Take aim. Blast at the last Fusilier. The last Fusilier. Oh wait, this is Dice Maiden. This is the wrong one. God damn it.
Yes.
Son of... 1 glory, 6 icons, 1 exalted.
Okay. Give me a moment to double check how much ammo you have before doing a thing. 84, 85, and 220. You start play with all your weapons loaded and 3 points of ammo of any type. So you're going to spend a point of ammo to avoid the DN, or did you decide not to do that?
I'm spending 1 point of reload for ignoring difficulty dice.
Okay. So bear in mind that you are down to 2.
Okay, that's fine. So this is 6 with a glory. I'll automatically turn it into a crit.
Okay. So
I'll
do at least 1.
I'll do at least 1. Last Fusilier with the 1 exalted. It means I get to roll 2 dice for damage.
Go for it.
Which is 2 exalted dice, which turns into 4 icons.
Yep. So you do glory. 4 extra damage.
So that is the last Fusilier turns into a 16 minus 2 AP.
16 minus 2 AP. You take them out.
Okay.
That is enough to finish them off.
Finish one of them off?
To finish the one that is in melee with your battle brother, your new battle brother, and is also not so coincidentally the one that is holding Ephraim down. Ephraim, you are no longer static again.
Yeah.
Get a little tired of the brain juice.
Remember, I still have a plasma pistol shot. Hello, plasma pistol. Oh wait, this is also the wrong fucking dice spot again.
You do have a lot of dice spots in here.
Yeah, we are.
I only get 3 icons. Badness. I don't think that goes over their defense or their defense.
3 icons. With the multi-attack, especially not.
Well, I'm ignoring the difficulty.
Right. Yeah, no, it still does. It still isn't enough.
Okay. So that one, still aiming. Pull the trigger too quickly. Got it. Sadness.
Yep. All right. There go. They have 2 people. One will fuck a boy up. Hey,
The tech marine has been killing them consistently.
Yeah, Mr. Tech Marine. Fuck off, please.
No.
I was gonna say, if they CC me again, I'm gonna scream. I shot once. I shot one of them once.
And then they CC Zemian for the win.
Put my bolt pistol in my mouth.
I know that's higher than your defense, Ollie.
I believe so. That is,
none of
that
those
is way higher.
That
is way higher than my defense. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're going to be able to push it twice for the extra mortal wound. Wow. Damn. Get fucked, boy.
Okay.
As another blast of sonic, I hesitate to even just call it noise. It is pure chaos in acoustic form. Hits you.
I screech in binary. I'm swearing at them and cursing them out in binary.
Even through your auto bafflers and through your willpower and your enhanced physiology, it is scrambling you, dude. Anyway, that's their go, Zemian.
I must kill. Yeah, gonna growl and essentially keeping my kneeling posture, take aim. So interesting interaction I found out. There's nothing stopping you from doing a spray shot and doing a called shot. It is harder because it is a multi-attack technically. But I planned this ahead of time, and this maneuver is going to be it's an 8 DN modification, which I exactly reduce 0.
Difficulty.
Because I assume you're doing called shot head for like 5 DN, and then
I'm going
2 people.
Yeah, I'm going to aim. I'm going to do a called shot for the head.
And then
I'm doing the spray shot because I have salvo. I'm targeting one extra person, which increases it by 2. And then we determined from where we started anyways, it was long range, which is 4. So it's +8 difficulty. And then my unnatural ballistic skill is double rank, which we are 4. So it is a -8.
The spray fire reduces your DN.
For a multi-target, yeah. But yeah, I'm reducing it technically by 10. Either way, it's going down to 0.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. So aiming. So I'm gonna be at 15 dice.
I mean, this is very fucking Space Marine. So like, fucking do it.
This is beyond Space Marine. This is fucking.
This is Legion.
This is very good. Very good Space Marine. That's 11 icons, 3 exalted icons. I'm going to.
You can push all 3 of those and still have.
I think I also want to spend a glory to add a damage to the base damage. So my base damage is 11.
Okay.
And I'm going to push those exalted for 3 extra icons. So that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. Damage dice.
What's our glory at? Like 2?
You pushed a glory. You've only like spent 3 so far
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
1,
because you haven't crit.
Okay, so
since you
yeah.
died.
3.
Okay, yeah. So we have 2 glory left for the team.
Okay, so that is going to be a total of 20 damage to both of them.
Damn, bro.
And this is the first time since we started this mission, Ephraim actually holds down the trigger, and there is a succinct spray of shots at one's head, and then the next succinct spray of shots at the second guy's head, and then the audible clack of an empty mag hitting the floor.
We've joked about it. There's not AP on a bolter, is there?
Correct. No AP. I wish and I disagree that there's no AP, but there's no AP.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news is my mag is empty. The good news is they're both dead.
That's not quite my narrative.
Yeah, I figured.
The good news is they're pretty fucked up. The bad news is neither of them are dead.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm trolling. Neither of them are dead.
That's fine. I'm so badass. I'd like to see your puny guardsman pull that off.
That's very true.
To be fair, they'd have the same gun.
Who would like to go?
I would like to try to kill something.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Brandon.
absolutely.
Go-
You're about
all
10
right.
meters away from one of them.
Now you can charge.
I'll just go eat dirt.
You hit.
Oh,
Oh, 5 hits?
Yeah. They're not that hard to hit.
I thought they were
It's not
6.
that hard to damage.
No,
All
I
right.
could have given them the thing that makes them extremely hard to hit. I'm not doing that.
2 exalted icons into damage. I hit 7. My god, 21.
Cool. You cleave this thing. It had 1 wound left.
Oh my god.
Ephraim put them at 1 wound. It's really funny.
God damn it. I should have eaten the higher DM and gone for like eye shots. I should have did it. That probably would have swung it. That probably would have pushed it over.
Shoulda.
Yeah.
Would someone like to seize the initiative and just end this charade?
Oh, we can't. We've all gone.
Oh, this is the new.
Yeah, the last one alive gets to act, unfortunately. Or no, we're at the top.
Yeah, we're at the top.
That didn't act yet.
Oh, I mean, I could go, I guess.
Like I said, it's top of initiative, so you guys can spend another glory to seize.
Listen, if one of you don't go, it's just going to paralyze Damiani again. So
Yeah, almost certainly. Considering how far this is going. Yeah, sure. Fucking sure, I'll seize. I'll fucking
All right, you guys are down to 1 glory.
pull out a fresh mag. Slot it in, cock, aim, called shot.
Man, thank God you have all that extra ammo, am I right?
This is going to be with extreme prejudice. I am going to go for an eye shot because fuck you, that's why.
It's about sending a message.
8 icons. Gotta move that 1 exalted over. So that's it's interesting because that's going to be going for the eye shot means it's going to up that. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that can't be right. What am I? I'm rolling over 1, so that's 2 plus 6. That's 8. Okay, 8 extra damage dice. Oh my god! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on top of the base 10 for 16.
16.
16 damage.
Okay.
Perish.
Well, it was that one. There's that one wound left. My 15 did something. Well, to be fair, it does have to roll to defend.
I mean, the bolters don't have any AP, do they?
Nope.
Why do you keep asking? You already know the answer.
So you see your bolter shot, extremely well aimed, fly towards it. And in that instant, it explodes. And an instant later, it's still there.
Took the shock.
Anyway,
rolled-
it's going to go, and it's going to, with extreme prejudice. What's your defense, Mr. Shooty Boy?
It's 4.
Cool. That's coincidentally the amount of mortal wounds you're taking.
Okay, so do I get any kind of resist? Or how does
No.
this
No,
work?
you just
Mortal
take
wounds.
mortal.
Bypass they're just like on the tabletop. You just take them.
Okay then.
I took 3 walking into the door.
I've taken 4 since they've tried to psychic lash me.
It's okay. Everyone's
Alright.
getting a few mortal wounds.
Oh no, I lied. I've taken 6.
They,
I'm like
I mean,
halfway
they
through
function
my
like
health
wounds after you've taken them. The difference is just that you don't resist.
We're gonna have a brief respite, and I'm gonna work with everyone on getting healed up here. Once we're done here.
Yeah, just
By
Point
the
your-
way,
point your flashlight at it.
laser light show. Oh god damn it, it's Dice Maiden again, son of a bitch. Why are you doing this to my Discord?
Cause it's
doing
funny.
11 icons.
Because you keep
Refloating.
selecting Dice Maiden, it keeps prioritizing Dice Maiden at the top of the list.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
how
hate
that goes.
I hate Discord. So 4 dice for fluctuation. That will be total of 4 icons for 4 damage. So that's a total of 16 damage minus 2 AP from the last Fusil. Get dunked on, nerd.
Rolls fucking
You said how much?
16 damage with minus 2 AP.
rolls 16 successes or 16 icons.
I mean, it could happen. It could happen if I rolled nothing but 6s. But no, it does not happen. It was a chaos miracle. I rolled 8 icons last time, which put me just enough to eat that shot and not take damage.
How does
No, I fucking died.
Get dunked on, nerd.
We can discuss this after, because it's rather late and I am fading. But I just want to ask: does shock work the same way on minions that on like enemies that it does for us?
Not. I mean, kind of. You can do shock and give them the like exhausted quality. Generally, it's just not as, I guess, potent because generally minions or enemies are meant to die in 1 or 2 combats. So
No, I
yes,
just-
mechanically it does. It
Yeah.
works the same way.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I didn't know if it was just
You could do like a shock bit.
yeah.
Shocking all that motherfucker.
But do we want to call it here at the combat with the giant purple floating rock, or
No. I think we need to go just a little bit farther. Don't worry. This is for reasons.
take it away?
So you guys fell this last Psyker Witch, blowing it apart and leaving this foul contraption open. I imagine, despite the World Eater's protests, you guys can form a firing line to destroy this thing.
We could also sit here and toss crack grenades at it too.
I mean, you could reach it. It's like 30, 40 feet high, but you also have guns.
Yeah.
Plasma laser, let's blast it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And under your combined firepower, you are able to obliterate this object, and from there you can see the auto baffler goes quiet again. You
The
have done your
machine
task.
spirits are happy. They are silent.
And now comes the long climb out. Luckily, it's not nearly as long as you weren't too far down underground, and most of the distance was making your way down from the hive spire. But once you get to the surface, the Vox comes to life. There's notably a bit of chatter among the Astartes on the ground, but there appears to be a warning broadcasting as a thunderhawk flies fiercely overhead. This warning comes from one Saul Tarvitz, warning of a suicide bombing coming imminently. You all need to run to find cover to get into sealed shelter as fast as possible. The War Master intends to bomb the planet. Run, hide, live.
That's me twice.
Wait, the Spirit of Vengeance is going to bomb the planet?
Yes.
They say what kind of bomb?
No, they haven't said what kind of bomb.
Oh,
Would you like
no.
to make me an athletics check to run to shelter?
I would love to.
Or at least back into the hive of the underground that was where you just came back from?
I mean, yeah, if they're
Yeah.
bombing, we need to get back underground. So back down the stairs.
That chamber seems very, very useful right now. We need to close the door when we get in there.
Move.
All right, everybody, make
Nice.
me some athletics checks.
Motherfucking fucker.
Fuck.
7 icons.
4 icons and a
2
complication.
vehicles.
Oh no, 3 icons and a complication.
That's okay. You all make it to the shelter. You manage to close the door. Tarek,
Yes.
before the door closes,
Mhm.
effectively creating too much noise for the Vox to go through, you'll receive one last thing broadcasting on all frequencies.
Mhm.
The Galleon of War, or the Galleass Xerxes 977, is falling. It's to your machine spirits broadcasts a binary of vengeance against the traitors that down it and distress. There has been a great betrayal here. One that can only be paid for in blood.
What agony.
Hearken.
What vile distress.
Yes.
You know your father, the master of your legion. There's no way something like this could have happened without his say-so. So, not even from Horus. You have been betrayed by the one person you love and you trust. Everyone, Welcome to Istavon 3. This is where your fathers have sent you to die.
Oh, fuck.
This is where your fathers have sent you to die. And with that, we will end the session.
I was starting to think that's what you were doing, but then I started getting tired. And coherent thought kind of ended.
Bro, I've been so fucking jazzed to do this. I got in a real mood a while back reading The Flight of the Einstein. I was like, you know what? There's enough wiggle room to do something like this. Let's have some fun. Zemian just fucking undead.
I am trying to devise a plan to get off of this rock.
Yeah. I think with that.
Hey, Zemian. Your best friend's here. Loken is
Not for long.
I think with that, thank you everybody for listening, and hope to have you on the next one where we probably just fucking die.
We
That
survived
depends
this.
on you.
Did you see me rolling dice? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.